that answered my story yesterday were like, talk about...
Did they have anything?
Yeah, someone was like, talk about the importance of calorie deficit and... Hold on, what was it? Calorie deficit and proper training. Too many people think it's all about heavy lifting.
Yep.
And then Lloyd Mayweather. I don't know who that is, but
Floyd Mayweather?
No, he like knows a bunch of people in town.
Wait, hold on. I know. Let me look him up.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got it because I seen him liking all my stuff, I think.
Yeah, he follows me.
How do you spell it? Lloyd?
Yeah, L-O. Chris Ridge, Mike Myers, Derek
L-O.
Marino.
I'm
Andrew
retarded.
Cleveland.
I'm dyslexic. Lloyd
Mayweather.
There we go. Oh, that's 2 L's. That's why it wasn't popping
He was
up.
like, your F45 fallout with details, and I was
There
like...
it is. Oh, we're going to go into that for sure. Yeah, I've never seen him before.
Neither have I, but I was like, well, he obviously knows something, because...
I mean, we can get him on a podcast, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I mean, everyone does want to know why I just abruptly left. So.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about it, and that's why we're here.
I'm very curious.
I think
You don't know either?
we're ready.
I don't know shit. You know what I mean? I'm in the dark. This is gonna be fun. Well,
which camera do I need to look at?
so
You're gonna look at-
this is your camera, and
shit.
then this is the wide one. If you want to,
Yeah.
you know, right here, you could just.
If you have someone you want to talk shit to, you just look at that camera.
Right there,
That one,
you
that's
point
nice.
right there. That's them, and we got Mrs. Bren Sagaria.
Yeah.
Did I say it wrong?
No, Sagaria.
Okay, Sagaria. Okay,
Sagaria, don't matter.
boom.
She's
We're
on.
here on the Warrior Talk podcast.
We're here.
Another episode. Thank you for tuning in, folks. It's gonna be a juicy one.
It is.
Yeah, we know a couple of you guys are scared, but it's fine. We're going to be fine.
I'm scared. I know our friendships.
I didn't know what we were going to be talking about here on today. I know that you're
Hold on, my cross.
over here.
She does a lot of things.
Yeah,
She's all over the
You're
place.
very interesting. You got you're all over outdoorsy stuff. You're into fitness. You got a loud mouth. You know, big mouth, conservative. Love it.
A little bit, yeah.
And yeah, so we started talking a little bit before the show started, and apparently there's some other interesting juicy juice kind of stuff going on, but we're gonna get into it. I hope you guys are ready.
Not like gear, juicy juice.
So let's just start it off. I know you want to talk about Ozempic, right? That's the first thing I think you want to talk about, and all these
girlies.
These girlies take it. So give us your breakdown on Ozempic, man. What do you have to say?
About it. I want to take it though. I would be skinny for the first time in my life. I mean, I've had clients, obviously coaching, that were like, "What's the deal with this?" What's the other one?
Tirzepatide.
All of them, whatever they are. All I've heard is like they basically control people's appetite, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm starving," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense. Why you're losing weight? You're losing muscle, not fat.
Exactly.
And you're skinny fat, and now you're bitching that you're hungry." To each his own. I like food too much. I couldn't do it, but hey, to each their own. If it's working, it's working. But like, what's the long term? Like, okay, my background in medical history. What is the long term side effects of that?
Long-term side effects is the loss of bone density, muscle mass.
Oh, so you've done
Yeah,
your
absolutely.
research.
So all that shit is like garbage. If you are not eating the food needed in order to support the stimulus put it in or effort in the gym, you're gonna lose weight.
muscle.
And then you're not going to eat, and you're not eating, period. So now you're losing fat, you're losing
starving.
muscle, you're losing bone density. Yeah, you're fucking yourself up. So if you've noticed that the majority of people who dive into it that don't have any sort of a fitness background or anything like that are susceptible to that, and then those are the ones that look like fucking zombies. You seen that, right?
Oh yeah, all
It's
these
weird. Their
girls,
face
like,
sunken in,
yeah,
like you're
it's
like,
worse
dude,
than
whoa,
like
whoa.
you guys on prep. Like it's like a big difference.
Whoa.
Like you can tell who's on prep and who's doing 3 hours of cardio a day versus like the girlies that are just like popping their shots.
Yeah,
and doing
absolutely.
Well, I think it's also doses too, man. Like I don't think people understand how to dose this shit properly because I'm gonna be honest. Like they put my grandma on it about 6 months ago, right? And she went from eating normal, right? She's 75, 77, something like that. Don't call me grandma, but she's like 75, 77, right? A little older. She's always had health issues. They put on Ozempic. She almost didn't want to eat. So I think the dose was probably too high for her. Long story short, she almost didn't eat for 6 months. She would eat like a little piece of steak at dinner like this because she just wasn't hungry. She lost so much muscle. She lost about 20 pounds in general. And
Over, like, what time frame?
6 months, over 6 months. But the thing is, she ended up in the hospital because she was malnourished and her organs started shutting down. So she's been in and out of the hospital for 2 weeks because of this compound. So I have a bone to pick with this compound actually because, and I want to have my grandma on the podcast someday. She won't do it, but just to give her a rundown, because the doctors even say like you were pretty much malnourished, you weren't eating, and the reason why is I think she was overdosing it too. So it's scary, man. And like with Dustin specifically, like he is on retatrutide. We could be honest about it, who cares. We decided to do it because I need somebody who is a professional and who can understand like exactly what this compound's going to do after he gets done with the show. So
So the big thing that I wanted to do in terms of the experiment was, you know, all these GLP-1s have becoming the forefront.
Popular.
They're becoming very popular.
Yeah.
They're the new wave, right? And they're advancing and they're getting better and better, right? So if you think about like how they've gotten better, you started out with Ozempic or semaglutide, which was just specifically GLP-1, and this particular one, you know, was made specifically for people who are diabetic, right?
Yeah.
So to kind of move them away from insulin. So people started taking that. Then they found out that these people who were taking it had the side effect of losing weight. But why were they losing weight? Well, they were losing weight because they weren't hungry. Why weren't they hungry? Because this particular thing would slow down a process in the digestion, which would just not make you hungry anymore.
Yeah.
So then you had the tirzepatide, which was now a GLP-1 and then a GIP. And then you then advanced even further. And now we have retatrutide, which is GLP-1, GIP, and glucagon. So there's certain things that this one particularly does better than the other two. And lighter than the other two as well. So for retatrutide, the appetite suppressant side of things is not as strong as it is for tirzepatide and Ozempic. This is going to allow me to continue to intake the food necessary for the stimulus, but it won't. It'll kind of stave away the hunger, right? That noise, that food noise. So the thought of food in between meals or late night type of snacking kind of goes out the window. So Matt and I were having a discussion about this because, you know, for us, bodybuilding is not necessarily a suffering contest or a competition, but
What's before this?
but there is a certain degree of that, right? Because it is all about your mindset. Your mindset sets you apart. That was your competitive edge against the rest of the competition. But now,
Cancel out that noise.
right? People are able to do that. For people who weren't able to make that conditioning, that elite level of conditioning that they weren't before because they couldn't get to this point.
Mentally.
Now they have the ability to shut that off, right? So now we're trying to get ahead of that.
Yeah.
This is going to be a new thing. It's like if you think about it overall, and you know, this is going to be the thing that is going to set people apart now. It's like, you know,
Don't you think? I think if like coaches don't offer it now, it's like, why didn't you tell me about this compound before? Like,
Yeah, well,
it's
like
almost
cheating almost.
It is
kind
cheating,
of, right?
But it's here. It's
Yeah.
here. So what do we do?
So number one, it is going to make getting to that elite level of conditioning that much easier or
Easy.
easier to attain.
Easy.
And then
Yeah,
number
fat
two, the level
Yep.
of competition
gone
at
up.
these states are going
yeah.
to be a lot higher.
It's gonna get crazy.
So, you know, but then again, what is the long-term effects? Because we
Right.
don't know.
No one knows it.
So-
but it's also like funny, like thinking off of that, like nobody wanted to go get the COVID vax. Like
Right.
we were all anti.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not putting that shit in my body. We don't know
Yeah.
what it is long term. But then like someone's like, you can be skinny.
You're like,
Not to do
what?
shit? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
That's appealing.
See, but, and then our other argument aside from that is, all right, well, we had all these body positivity people. Oh, I look good in my skin. I'm sexy the way that I am. Look at me, I'm beautiful. Tell me
You're
that I'm
fat.
beautiful. And if you tell me I'm fat, I get to go off the deep end
Yeah.
because you're a piece of shit
Right.
and you shouldn't say that to somebody, right?
No, you're fat.
But the
bring,
moment,
bring back slut
the
shaming and
moment-
bring back fat shaming.
So wait, what are we bringing back?
slut
shaming.
Oh, that we can get into for sure.
The moment that a little shortcut, easy route became available, they were like,
yeah.
boom, Ozempic, yeah, let's
I'm on
fucking
it.
go.
Yeah.
You know, now I'm skinny.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
Right.
But then they pack it right back on as soon as they're done.
So that's one of the things that we want to see. So
like
but I'm
illegal
going to
cocaine.
utilize this for its advantages going into this competition, staving away that hunger, and then also utilizing it for retatrutide has a great metabolic purpose. So it's not only going to allow me to stave off the hunger demon, but it is also going to boost my metabolism, and I'm going to
Very interesting.
be able to push a little
But
bit.
I always tell men, do not take it. You know, I swear to God, I still don't think you should take it if you're a lifestyle client because we don't know the repercussions of this, right? Just like same thing, exactly like the COVID vaccine. I feel like this is the same situation. Like, I think it's gonna be like, oh, well, you did it with retatrutide, you did it with Ozempic, I did it without it. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I think it's
you're a
you're a
bitch.
little
Yeah, you're a
bitch.
bitch.
Like, it's gonna be the same thing, right?
Go
It'll
take
always be
regular
there.
gear.
For
yeah.
sure.
And it's gonna be here now though.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's here.
Yeah,
There's
it's
nothing we could
easily
do about it.
accessible.
And I'm just scared of the long-term side effects. Like nobody knows. The thing is,
No one.
everyone who's got on it doesn't want to get off.
Exactly.
Why is that? You know, why is that?
Oh shit. Well, they
So-
don't have to do the work. You know, not thinking about food. Groceries are expensive.
Yeah.
Hey, what equals out? The price of that?
Yeah.
Your insurance covering it? Grocery bill?
Yeah, but I think it's more than just appetite suppression. Like I said, it's unbelievable. Put it that way. This compound is fucking crazy. But
don't.
listen, but we have an epidemic going on. Okay, we have a short epidemic, short shorts epidemic going on right now.
Shorts epidemic.
What are your feelings on men wearing like way too short of shorts?
It's weird.
What do you think?
It's weird. It's so weird. You literally, I feel like every time I walk in a Crunch, there's like guys wearing the same clothing I'm wearing. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Like meaning like spandex shorts?
No, not that bad. Not the ones with like the scrunch butt where it's like
Okay.
Not that. But like, yeah, all of them have like the short ass inseam, and then they have like joggers underneath, like Spanx underneath. I'm like, what are we doing? Just wear like normal. How did we get here?
No, how did we get here?
Did we get to this part? Because I'm like, I was an athlete. I played all sorts of sports. I don't remember the guys that I went to high school with wearing that stuff. And then like next thing you know, it's like broccoli top and every Crunch, every Amped, and it's just like these short ass shorts. I'm like, where are your dads?
Don't you feel like they're getting shorter every year though? Like,
Yeah.
I
And
can't
their
even
hair's
find
getting
normal.
curlier or longer.
Well, you know, it's okay.
More
I'm not.
over here on TRT. Like,
I'm good with the mullet, you know, but with that white bar mullet. But I swear, I feel like every year. So I used to go to Champs, right? Like we're talking 5 years ago. I used to go to Champs, and I used to be a really like baggy guy, right? I just wanted baggy ass clothes. I wanted fucking shorts past my knees.
but now all the girls are wearing that.
That's true.
It's like,
It flip
I wear
flops.
that. Yeah,
It
like,
flip
the
flops.
girls are doing that, and the guys have less clothing on. I'm like, what
Less
is
clothing
happening?
on. Yeah. So what do you feel about the demasculinization of men over the past 10 years, 20 years?
Gay. Problematic.
Yeah.
Super problematic.
for sure.
Always. I
Why
mean, like,
though?
Super.
why is it problematic?
Listen,
because,
they're
like, people
no,
look at,
they're
like,
more in tune with their feelings, Brent.
Yeah,
okay.
right, great, awesome, love that. And then I have no feelings because like I have to put them in their place. Like no, like I don't know how we got to this part, but like you and I have had this conversation where it's like bring back the toxic masculinity in a point because why you have all these women that are not being submissive, they're not being led by men, and it's like okay, well you want these women to be XYZ, but it's like how do you get to that part then when I can't like be led by you. Like if we're looking at a structure of a family, like I don't want to have to lead a man. Be like, hey Matt, let's go to the gym. Like, no, like bitch, tell me how to put me in my place. Make me like make you dinner. Like it's not that hard. Like just you want a sandwich, you're going fishing here. All the boys have sandwiches. Leave me alone. Don't talk to me for like 9 hours. But like it drives me insane because these guys are so feminine now and so in their feels. And not to say like don't have feelings, but like why are they so bitchy? Mm-hmm. Like it's weird. It's a problem.
Do you think it's a culture driven by the extreme feminist movement to basically shut us down?
It could be.
Or do the gays just take over? Like, they took over the White House for 4 fucking years pretty much. So do you feel like the gays just took over and now everyone's like, the shorts getting shorter, everyone's a little gayer? I don't know. What do you think? A little softer?
Like manly men are afraid to like be manly now. And like you also have like the epidemic, and not to say like TikTok and social media is the problem, but like look at all these guys dancing around on TikTok and like making
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. But listen, you bitches are liking it though.
I don't.
No, but you guys, all the girls like it. And they're like, oh my God, look at this guy with the cowboy hat.
He's so
we look at it like
hot.
This guy's gay.
These guys are gay.
Yeah, 100%. Like I don't know. I feel like there's got to be somewhere like generational problems. Like what fucked our parents up that they're allowing this to happen? Because like yeah, I get it. Okay, you're making money, but like what happened to them that happened in their childhood that they're like, yeah, okay, our kids can do whatever. Like is it because that generation was born in like just say boomers? It's like okay, their parents were what? Growing up during the Great Depression, so they're all fucked up. And then you have our parents, they're all fucked up. And then you have us, and we're all just like emotionally unavailable human beings. Like, don't know what those are. Like, see ya. And it's like, okay, next thing you know, you have like all these 25-year-olds running around doing little TikTok dances. And I'm like, how'd they learn how
Crying
to?
and shit.
Yeah, like go to school.
Crying on videos.
Literally, like, what are we doing?
Yeah. I was watching this documentary, this World War II documentary of Germany. Dude, they were, I'm not lying, 12 years old, bro. They were fighting on the line. 12 years old.
Right.
Firefighters, 16 years old, running through fucking buildings and shit. And now, God forbid, could you see a 12-year-old now, like, even doing that?
No, because they have daddy's money in this town.
shot.
They're like, Daddy, I want a $400,000 boat, or I'm gonna throw myself off the
and then
skyway.
tell me they get the boat, and then they complain about the boat, and then they want a bigger boat.
Yeah.
The boat sucks.
Yeah.
This boat sucks, Dad.
It's not 2 more feet like I wanted.
This is what I wanted.
And then but the dad gets him a new one.
It's
you know,
crazy.
I'm not gonna say any names, but I know a buddy who's hanging out with him. He got like it was like $1 million boat or like $600,000 boat, whatever. And my buddy was out with him on the boat, and he's like, my buddy was like, dude, this boat's so amazing. Yeah, I just got a month ago. But like, you know, it doesn't have this stuff. And like, you know, I'm waiting for my next one. It's coming.
Money.
Bro, you just be happy with the boat you got. You know what I'm saying?
You have that.
But people they're not grateful.
No.
That's the thing.
That's the other thing. Like, people need to find God again, truly. Like,
Yeah.
find God. Everything's just like this quick validation of posting things online. Look at what I have. But it's like at the root, like that doesn't fix whatever you are looking for internally. Like, oh, cool, you have $1 million on a console. Great. Okay. You're still a piece of shit in real life.
You're still
like,
cheating on your girl left and right. You're still like, you don't show up for your kids. Like, you haven't been to your son's football game and the whole, since he's been.
Sick boat.
Yeah, cool boat, man.
Yeah. Sweet. Awesome. Do you think I can get a ride? Like, is it free gas? What's going on?
Fuck, yeah, no, actually, it's not for gas.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy because I feel like there's some cheap ass people out there. Like, even that have all the money, they're still fucking cheap.
Yeah. 100%.
I don't understand.
I don't know. I don't get that because all my guy friends make me pay for fuel or bring snacks or do
Well, that's
something.
unfortunate, but yeah.
So,
but you are a friend, you know?
Yeah, they're like, you're one of the boys.
You want to come?
Go. Yeah. Bring
You want to come?
snacks.
$100 gas money.
Yeah, legit. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Groceries.
So you have had some relationship problems, right? Finding a man who's going to be fit for you. Okay? Let's talk about that.
Impossible in this
So
town.
why is it impossible?
Okay, so we all know I'm very ambitious and I'm like very hard-headed, obviously, very stubborn. So like telling me to do something, I'm gonna look at you and be like, that's not happening. Like I have to do things my way, or like it's not. Like
Yeah, but
very few
now hold
people
on a
get me to
second.
Listen,
Listen,
Like,
woman.
I listen to you guys,
You
like,
just said that you want somebody to put you in your place, but
Yeah.
now that they're putting you in the place, now you don't want to be put in your place.
Right, but
So
I need
this is the fucking
patience.
guys.
Patience.
This is the
what we're
problem.
dealing with.
This is like out of the horse's mouth. Like
Okay.
women, we want to be led. Like one, I don't want to hear about your fucking bullshit problems going on like with your guy friends. I don't care. Go outside, go to a bar, hash it out, deal with it. At the end of the day though, like there's so many soft bitchy dudes that easily intimidated. Like the guy I was dating from St. Pete for years cheated on me after like 3 years because he was like, well, you're always traveling for work and you're always doing this, you're always doing that. And I was like, why didn't you just tell me like what needs weren't being met? Because we could have addressed those. And instead it was like, well, you just were never here and like I felt inferior to you. And it's like, okay, because I'm successful, because I'm smart. Like what was the driving factor that happened? And then I was just like, I'm done.
Or just be honest with you and be like, hey, look, this is the problem. This isn't working out
Right.
before the cheating comes.
right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Like
I feel like nobody's loyal nowadays. What do you think about that?
no,
No,
especially not in this
very,
town. It's
very,
very rare. Very rare. I mean, I worked in a whole ass gym and there was zero loyalty in that gym.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy the amount of people that I would see come in and like hook up with other people and members, and I would just be like,
Nice.
Like, what
Tell
is
us
happening?
about it.
sweet.
Yeah, I want to know about this
I want
stuff
to know
too.
all this shit because that is interesting.
The elephant in the room about why I'm not with F45 anymore.
Here we go. Bing, bing. Let's go ahead and fucking cut it right here.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be terrified about like what I could
Clip
say.
it.
So long story short, without like getting into the nitty gritty and exposing people and their dirty little secrets, because it's not my story to tell.
Yeah.
There was just so much controversy behind the scenes, and it's like it's one thing when it's like people are hooking up at Amped and Crunch, and you like see people being swingers, but like every single day I would go to work and it would just be like, oh, this person's leaving with this person, and like you have staff leaving with other people, and then it's like you see the double lives, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like so many members would come to me or like DM me on Instagram and they'd be like, why don't you follow anyone back? And I'm like, I don't want any parts of like anyone thinking like favoritism, none of this, because at the end of the day it was like I would see someone walk in with their spouse, and then the next day they'd be like leaving with a trainer or like going and getting coffee for the coaches. And I'd be like,
But how do you know they're not just friends?
you see Snapchats and screenshots and things along those lines. And all of a sudden rumors went around. And even like the most recent one I heard about, I think it's a client with you guys now. And he came up to me in like December and he was like, you're a coach at F45, right? And I was like, no, I quit / got fired months ago, like simultaneously. And he was like, oh, do you know like so-and-so? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I coached her for like 2 years. And he was like, oh yeah, that's my like ex-wife / baby mama. And I was like, oh. And like immediately, like I'm like sitting there with like 445 plates on each side trying to hip thrust, like trying to fight for my life. And this man is talking to me, never talked to him a day in my life. And I'm like,
He's like, so do you know anything?
yeah, literally. And then he's like,
Do you think he was fishing for information?
he knew it.
I know he know
so
it, but
He knew
yeah.
it. He wanted to know what I knew. And,
Got you.
And then like
Get all the secrets.
Yeah. And I was just like,
Wow.
what do you want me to say? Because like I know things. Like
Yeah.
I know so much stuff.
Yeah, but do
I'm
you think
like,
it was going on like while he was maybe still with her or no?
yeah.
You think?
Yeah, because as soon as
No,
we
come on.
started talking about it,
Yeah.
I was like putting like timelines together, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense because that person was hooking up with this person, and then this person, and then like, just
Now, why do you think it bothered you so much? Because obviously, I respect you a lot. You're very conservative. If you go through her Instagram, guys, there's not a single bikini picture. Like,
Nope.
it's all ducks and like whatever. But I'm just saying, there's all ducks and hogs and deers and fish. And, you know, do you think that just bothered you that much because you are so conservative?
No, I think it was more so like, and you guys probably get it, and I think you've talked about this too. Like, you put like your blood, sweat, and tears into like making someone be better. And at the end of the day, when we opened up that gym, like I was so proud to be a part of something that I genuinely believed in because I had already come from another F45 studio, and I was gonna buy that one. And then they were like, "No, we're gonna open up these other ones. Like, come on board, come train with us. The next one, like, we're gonna build franchises out. You can buy in." And I was like, "Sweet, let's do it." So like coming in and seeing people with like their progress month over month, which like in a hit style training, it's not that difficult. Like if you come in every single day, you're burning 400 or 500 calories in 45 minutes. There's not a lot of time under tension. There's not a lot of progressive overload. Like you're doing cardio even on the strength days, and you're dropping weight fast. But like yes, your endurance is building, but then like I'd have people be like, well, I want my legs to look like yours, so like how do I like lift more, or I want to do a pull-up, or I can't do push-ups. And it's like you have these relationships with these women, and because of the time I was the only female coach, and you know it's predominantly women that go to those boutique style gyms, they're going to open up to me before you two because you guys look intimidating. Like of course they're going to come talk to me. And I was just like all in, giving these girls like advice, like, hey, come to Crunch with me. Like, I'll give you some other ideas. Like, come try this out. Do this instead of this. And then like you see these things happening like over X amount of time, and it's just like, why are you actually like coming in? Is it because you want to like better yourself and push yourself, or is it because like you like something's going on at home and this is your outlet? And that happened so many times that like me and one of the other coaches at one point, like him and I would go hide in like our locker room and like our little office because we were so emotionally drained from just hearing like people are cheating, like people are at home having miscarriages, their kids aren't getting into the colleges they want to get into. Like you become like, yeah, you're a personal trainer, but you're also like everyone's emotional, you're a therapist. And it's like every single day, you know, people are coming in looking into those 45 minutes, and it's like you're their sunshine for that 45 minutes of darkness in their life. And it's like, okay, you gotta show up, you gotta commit. And it's like, yeah, the TikToks and the dancing around and the Instagram stories, like it's all fun and games, but at the end of the day, like you're paying a high premium to come to these classes. They're not like something that's $5 a month, like a Crunch membership. Like you're paying $200. Like if I'm paying that much money, I want results. And I want someone that believes in me and is going to push me, not someone that's going to sit there and be like my friend.
So do you think that F45 is beneficial?
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, any sort of fitness is beneficial. It's better than sitting on your ass playing fucking Xbox or PlayStation. I know you're all about your games, but...
Oh, 100%.
But like it's better than doing nothing. So like for a lot of people, I know that's like one, if you're new to this town, how do you make friends? I didn't grow up here. I didn't know anyone. So like F45 was how I made friends. And then I got onto a professional soccer team through F45 from just connecting with people. But like I had a Crunch membership. I didn't really know anyone there, and I didn't talk to anyone because I wasn't like trying to really make friends. Like I was, but like I didn't know who to talk to. So I think there's definitely benefits to those styles of gyms. But also, like, you kind of reach a plateau with a certain point where it's like, okay, you've been doing this for 6 months. Cardio, fantastic. Conditioning, fantastic. Like, top of the notch. Like, I remember Sebastian came in one day and he was dying.
Oh, yeah, I remember
and, like,
that.
I was, like, sitting there
He texted me that.
cackling because I'm like, how am I in better shape than you? But at the
it's
time,
different.
I was doing F45 6 days a week. So, like, I was running laps around him with him having 100 pounds more of muscle than I did. But, like, our conditioning was nowhere near the same. So, like, there's definite benefits, but... For me, like when I stopped doing it every single day, I put on so much weight. And it was like, okay, well, why is my body putting on fat now all of a sudden when I'm still in a calorie deficit? I'm still eating enough protein. Like, what is changing? And like, I remember talking to you about this, and I was like, I just have this fat stuck on my body that's not coming off. And it was so much inflammation from just being under high intensity, jumping around. And like, I think we talked about this, and I was like, again, didn't want to hear it. But like at the time I was like, no, I'm still going to go to F45. It's great for cardio. But like I was so inflamed because of doing box jumps for 15 seconds and then resting for 2.5 seconds and going back. Like my body was under so much pressure and could not handle that. And once I like finally got off of it, I was like, oh, I'm lean again. Like, how did that happen? Like, I can
Yeah.
see my muscles. I have tie-ins again. Like, oh, I didn't really have to do anything to get those. Like,
There's so much stress.
yeah. And I had no idea. So it's like, they're definitely beneficial, but would I recommend it 5-6 days a week? No, not
Yeah.
at all. And like that brand specifically, like they stopped innovating in like 2021. Like they had their peak in like 2020, right before COVID. And then like you saw it with like Mark Wahlberg, got on board, left. David Beckham got on board, left. And it's like, you see these like stars and celebrities that are really fit, all of a sudden they're buying into a franchise and then they're leaving the franchise. Why is that? And it's like, okay, well, they're obviously not innovating. They're not doing something else. And now there's this big push where like we're getting conventional Olympic bars and we're going to do full squats. And it's like, you're just now doing this after the business has filed for bankruptcy at this point.
So do you think we're going to stop seeing F45 soon? Do you think they're going to go bankrupt?
No, they're so popular. There's like 10 of them just in Sarasota.
I know, it's insane.
It's literally every single exit. And they're
Now,
all doing
That's,
well.
that's how it was in like Orange Theory over in California.
Yeah, it's Orange Theory.
Yeah.
Same exact
It's the
shit.
same thing.
Is Orange Theory still here or no?
I
I
haven't
think
seen it
there's
here.
one in
They're
Sarasota.
Okay, because I think F45 canceled them out.
Yeah, it was like the next boutique thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those things are never going to go away because,
No.
like she's saying, like the community itself, them getting to come over there and talk to the trainers and all that kind of stuff, cool. They got their little therapists, but then they have those people that they're going to see every day,
Every
at
single
that
day.
same
So
freaking hour
clicky.
at the same. You know what I mean?
You going on 8:45?
Exactly.
You wanna go get
And
brunch
so,
later?
like, I mean, yeah, we go to the gym at the same time usually. Whatever. Hey, what's going on? You know, you see your boys or whatnot, and all that kind of stuff. When they go over there, it's a group environment. They get to interact with each other for that whole entire
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a very huge community.
Yeah, it is. And we would have like those member mixers and like everyone would have like their little cliques. I'd be like, oh, that's interesting. They're all the 5 a.m.ers. They're all the 5:30 p.m.ers. Like they're the people that go noon.
Right.
It was like you knew who was going to each class, who wanted to be in pods with one another. And then like when like shit would hit the fan and like people would be hooking up with the same trainer, they'd be like, don't put me with that person.
No
I'd be
way.
like,
Come on.
Swear to God.
Okay, now don't you think I don't really want to bring this up, but don't you think it's easier? Like it's easy. It's almost like a breeding ground for the trainers, honestly. Like
Yes.
you can go, you just hear all this. Oh, he shouldn't.
Yes.
He's not buying your dinner at every time. Oh, well, I would come over here. Let me take you out to dinner, and then
It
it's
was
just.
nuts.
But he does it to 10 different people, and now he's got 10 different girlfriends.
Yeah,
You know,
it was nuts. It was crazy to watch because I'd be like hanging out with them at the beach on like Siesta Key, and they'd be like, "Do you know?" And I'd be like, "Don't tell me." Like I don't want to. Like I learned so much about people that I didn't ask for just coaching there.
Yeah.
And people would come in like all pissed off at like the 5:30 at night class. Like I worked all day and then went and coached, and people would tell me stuff that was happening in the morning, and I'd just be like, "One, I really don't care, but like, tell me, tell me."
Jesus.
I mean, when I first started coaching, what was that, like 2016, 2015, 2016? One of my buddies who, you know, he was coaching before me, he was banging like all of his fucking clients, all of his
I
females.
believe it.
Oh my god.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, why are you doing that? It doesn't
It's
make any sense.
crazy.
Like, I can understand how like a certain athlete or client may come to you because they may be attracted to you.
For sure.
Right? Cool. I get it. Too easy.
Yeah, literally pussy thrown
But
at
you
nuts.
don't have to.
You don't have to engage in it.
I am strictly professional.
professional.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you've had that same thing, but I mean, I've told clients
There's no
I'm
discipline.
strictly professional. All right, when I get your check-in photos for the week, please be in something that
Yeah,
is
be
you know
modest.
covering. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I have
just
a
need to
wife and
see
babies.
shape.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't need to see anything. This girl fucking send me shit in like lingerie and everything. I'm like,
Oh my god,
care.
is this? How's this
Does that
look?
really people happen?
dude, I was
Oh
like,
no,
what the
I've had
fuck?
naked
I was like, please
photos
don't
sent to me
Yeah.
from a lifestyle client
Like,
back in
come
the
on,
day.
like,
Naked, she was like 47, like, and she sent me
She was
complete
trying to
nude
dig
pictures,
down.
complete
That's
nude.
wild.
can you imagine? Look,
I was like
your
shocked.
back toes? Like,
Bro, it was like the whole thing, like would no give a fuck.
that's so rough, dude. Please.
Oh my God.
please,
Yeah, don't do that. Please
athletes,
don't do that.
Clients, if a coach asks you for check-in photos and it is anything less than I just need some sports bra fucking shorts to see shape, you need to go to a different coach. One,
Yeah.
that's disgusting.
Well,
and
I think
creepy.
you know a lot of coaches have been asking for nudie pictures, bro.
Number two,
Call 'em out.
please
Drop names.
don't send that shit. You know what I mean? I get it. You might think that it's cute. We don't want to see that. I
No,
promise you.
no one-
We want to keep it strictly professional.
Yes.
We want to ensure and engage you as a person, as a human being, and get you to grow. So, you know what I mean? Get that out of your head, right? And then, what was the other point?
That was it. It's pretty solid. But the coaches, honestly, there are some coaches in this industry that I've gotten blasted for, but they'll ask
sure.
for nude pictures as check-ins. Like, give me your front pose and your back pose nude. And girls are doing it because here's the thing is they want to impress their coach. Like, especially if it's a big time coach, he has all these credentials and he says, hey, can I get these pictures? They're going to send it because they're going to think they're going to get more attention. So they'll send it because they want more attention from their coach. It's scary. It's really fucking
How do you
scary.
guys deal with that as guys you're married, you have kids? Like, how do you deal with that as a man? And like genuine men, not these little boys we're talking shit about. Like,
so,
true
know,
men.
I've obviously had clients hit on me and shit, but it's like, it's just so easy to put it off because it's like, it's just not an option.
Yeah.
When men start making it an option, that's where the fucking
where the
problem
problems come
starts.
in. Yeah.
Right there. It's not an option. They're your
They're
client. They're
allowing it.
paying. Okay. If I was training somebody, how the fuck could I even think about looking to them in a sexual way when I'm getting paid for this? Like, you're going to pay me to look at you a certain way? Like, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's disgusting behavior. And there's, you know what? And like, everyone always
much I could say.
I've actually heard this shit before. Like, oh, Matt sleeps with all his clients. Bro, I've never slept with, have you heard it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I've never slept with a single fucking client on record.
I've heard that.
So fuck off.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I hear all the time. Like that or
you're so easy to talk. Like, you and I are both so easy to talk shit about because we're so outspoken and we're
Yes.
just like, come with facts, like come with receipts, say it to my face.
exactly.
And they
the
don't.
thing is, there's
They
no
never do.
receipts.
But never.
Dude, you think that, I'm sorry, but you think that Cristiano and Dominic wouldn't have blasted me if they had receipts? They would have fucking, it would have already been out there if I did some crazy shit. So, and that's the thing is, well, they have nothing to say. They have nothing to say on us. So, yeah, no, it is sad to see though. And the thing is this is the problem too, is if I did want to make a successful career out of this and I started going in there and I started sleeping with all my fucking clients, do you think I would be as successful as I am today?
Hell no.
Of course not, bro.
That's why we started losing members because of that. Like, women that would go to the earlier classes at F45 saw that happening. And whether it was like their friend or they just witnessed like the flirtatious environment, they were like, I don't want to be around this. Like, some of them were like in their third trimester pregnant. Some of them were trying to get pregnant, not by them people, but like were in full-blown relationships or like moms. And they were like, I don't want to be around like this just lustful environment where like, what are we trying to do? Like, I'm trying to come in, get my workout in and get the fuck out.
Well, don't you clarify? Was there pregnant women who were getting banged by the trainers, or are
don't know
are
what
you
No
saying-
way,
or you're
bro.
saying
I don't
that
know
women in the trimester were disgusted by the environment?
Yes.
Okay,
The
okay.
environment
I was like,
became
Jesus,
very.
what was going on?
I mean-
at an F45.
So well, let me ask you, was it just the trainers or was it the men that would come in for the sessions as well?
Both.
It was just a breeding ground, a fucking ground.
Literally, and like I found out about things were going on at a different gym. Like, what finally threw me over the edge was I was at a spin class with Andrew Cleveland's wife, and there were women from F45 that no longer went to that facility. And I'm like in the corner, like doing my own little thing with my little resting bitch face, but like listening because very observant to everything. And like I heard what they were saying, and I finally looked up and I was like, none of that's true. And they were like, well, don't you know about this? And I was like, yeah, but like none of that's true. And they were like, well, this is what we heard, and this is what literally everyone in town is saying. And I'm like, and I went right to the next day. I was like, I'm putting an end to this because now, like, one, you're not even like hurting your reputation. You're hurting the brand's reputation. You're hurting the facility's reputation. You're hurting my reputation because now clients aren't going to take any of us seriously.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, I'm done. So I went right the next day. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why are people saying this? And I got like the sob story, and I was just like, okay. I was like, bet.
So what was happening? So that's what it was?
Yeah.
So it's like there's always one bad apple or a few bad apples because you
Several.
probably not all the trainers were fucking everyone, you know?
no,
There's probably
all
just like
of
3 or
us.
4, right?
Yeah, about that.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Can we get names or what?
No, I'm not. No.
No names. I can say
this?
2 names.
Anyone
but I'm not going
watching
to.
this knows who I could be talking about or who
Yeah,
this could
exactly,
be about.
yeah.
Like,
It's not hard to
it's not
figure out.
secrets in town. Like, people know what was going on. Relationships know what's going on. Like, I'm not gonna put.
So let me ask you
anyone-
something. If obviously these people have girlfriends, they have wives. Did they find out?
Yeah,
So why are they still with them?
kids. I don't know. I don't ask. It's not
Don't
my-
you
it was
think
never
you
my
have to have
business.
more dignity though? Like if I ever got cheated on like that, bro, it's done. Like
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
done.
out.
Like it's not even an option. Kids are not, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess every scenario is different. Like, I can't speak because I don't have kids, but like, what do you do in a scenario like that? And like, some of the, like, it was even like members that were coming in, like with their spouses to work out, and would like be hooking up with other people and like leaving with other people, and I'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like, and like me and one of the other coaches would be like texting, be like, want to go get brunch later? And he'd be like, yeah, and then he'd be like, dude, you won't believe what I saw today, and I'd be like, no fucking way. Like, it was just like a infestation and breeding ground. And I got so sick of it that I was like, I don't even want to work out here anymore because I would just come in and there'd be nonstop drama all the time. And I was like, okay. And I
It had to be a little fun though. It had to be a little fun for a minute.
I had a blast. Like, I absolutely loved coaching there, but I hated how like every single time there was a member mixer, it would be like, okay, Friday night, we're downtown Sarasota. And the next thing you know, like Monday morning, everyone's talking shit about whatever happened. And you're like, oh yeah, this person cheated on her husband. Or like, oh yeah, this person is doing this. And I would just be like, what the fuck? And like, I'm on a boat somewhere like in the other part of the country getting texts about this. And I'm like, did you guys hear about this? Like calling the other owner. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why are we doing this? But I was so loyal to it that I was like, I love this. I love the community. I love what we're built. I put so much into some of these clients and know, like, I went to some people's baptisms because they were like so heavily invested in like the growth that we were pushing them forward to.
Right.
And then it just all came to a crashing end.
Yeah. Now, is the trainer still working there? Or did they kind of part ways?
No. So there's a whole new owner now.
Okay, so he took over.
So
Wow.
it's completely new
Completely new ramp. Yeah. Yeah. This guy came in.
complete fucking revamp of employees, everything.
Yeah, everything as far as I know. I left in like October or November, and I was already planning on leaving because I was going out to Missouri to go hunt. So I was like, well, I'm not going to be here in November. Peace. See you when I come back. Everyone knows I do that every single year. It was never an issue. Like, it was a part-time thing. I didn't need the money. I was there because I was having fun. And this raggedy old ball sack of a man, if you can even call him that, comes in one day, just starts like changing everything. He said, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to change this. And I was like, who the fuck are you?
Because he bought the place.
Yeah, but he didn't own it yet. And like, I remember distinctly this one girl, I think she's like a PT or an OT, came and looked at me and she was like, who the fuck is this guy? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I have no idea. And I called the owner like the next day and I was like, who is this guy? And he's like, oh yeah, we're selling it and he's buying it. And I was like, why didn't you call me first? Because you knew I wanted to buy the gym prior to even signing on with you guys. Why was I not like the first or second phone call when you made that decision? Because I would have went to the bank, got the loan, and saved the integrity of the gym. But you didn't give a fuck about the community. You cared about the profit. And he even said that. He was like, oh, well, we got a broker, and he was giving us this price, and I didn't like that price. So we found another one, and this other guy decided that was worth it. And I was like, you're literally just selling shit for profit, which I get. Yeah, it's a business. There needs to be ROI for sure. Right. Get your investment and get your investment back. But if you cared about the community, like you said, and you actually were invested in people and the community, you would have sold it to one of the coaches or several coaches. And that didn't happen. So I was like, fuck y'all.
Well, it was kind of tainted anyway. You know what I'm saying? Don't you think now, like looking back, it's probably the best thing that could have happened?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And like I've talked to so many people and they're like, you leaving / like getting fired was like the best thing that happened. Like, I went in literally on a random Tuesday night to go coach and he was at the door and he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, what are you doing? Like, I went to go coach, like Unlock, and him and his daughter were there and they were like, oh, you don't work here anymore. And I'm like, says who?
No way.
Swear to God. He's like, give me your keys. And I had lost my actual keys right before during the hurricane. Like, I had no idea where my spare was. And I was like, I don't have them. And I was like, why are you guys here? He's like, oh, we don't need you anymore. And I was like, well, I'm coaching tonight. He's like, no, you're not. And I'm like,
so that's who? So he said that straight up.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, well, I texted you about this. And I said, pull it up. I said, pull the text up. Let me see, because I don't have those texts. And he was like, oh, I was like, are you choking on a dick? Spit it out. Like, what is it that like you need to say? Because you didn't say it to me. And then you like went on, rambled on about how we talked about it the week before and members heard the conversation the week before because he had asked to talk to me and he was like, can I talk to you alone? And there were two moms that were at my night class and they were like, we don't feel comfortable leaving me alone in the studio with him. Like, they literally went around the corner because they were like, we don't want to listen to like whatever's going on, but like, we're not leaving you alone in the building with this man that we have no idea who he is. And he's already coming in and like throwing his little short dick syndromes around. So I was like, but total lie. And then he called the owner while this was going on. He was like, she won't leave. And the owner's like, yeah, he was like, she's not going to. He was like, she needs to leave. Like, she needs to exit the building. I was like, you don't even own it. First of all, like, the sale's not even finalized. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I don't need to listen to you. And then second of all, I was like, you can't make this call. And he was like, oh, well, I talked to the other owner. And I'm like, oh, the other owner that now has a problem with me because I stand for integrity and values and morals. Okay, sure. Awesome. Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't that suck ass though? Like when you put that much effort into something and then somebody just comes in and takes it from you pretty much.
I was truly like heartbroken, and I knew it was going to happen because like the week before I had picked up a class at like noon or something, and I said to that class, I was like, this is probably the last time you guys are going to see me, because at that point I saw the shift in the energy and I saw where the dynamic was
People
going.
start not talking to you. And,
and I was like, it's getting real catty. Things are getting real weird. I was like, I don't need to be here. I'm going to open my own gym anyway. So I was like, I'm out. But like I said that to that class, and then I guess it got back to the new owner, that I wanted to leave, and he was like, had to be a macho man and fire me first. But I was like, bro, I'm going to quit anyways. And then I blasted him on Instagram for like half of our members to see. They're all freaking out. The head trainer's calling me. He's like, what the fuck's going on? And I'm like, I'm not taking shit down.
To be honest with you,
Kiss my ass.
Ain't shit coming down.
but he disrespected you.
Yeah.
Because you came in there to coach and he said he was just an asshole.
Yeah. He was like,
And kicked you
"You're
out. So
going."
right after that conversation, is that when you blasted him on Instagram?
Yeah, and then I stayed for the class and worked out.
No way.
You worked out with the class?
So you said, fuck it, I'm working out then.
I'm not fucking leaving.
ran it?
It was 5:30. He did. Remember?
He did.
Wait, he did.
How did he do?
Terrible. And like the week before, he was like, oh, you're actually a really good coach. And I was like, no shit. It's not that hard to be an F45 coach. Proper form. How do you do an RDL? It's really not that difficult.
No.
Overhead presses. We don't really do anything that strenuous there. Pull-ups with bands.
Wow.
Correct push-up. Like what?
Right.
It's not that hard.
Right. But I think that it's the blessing in disguise, man, because you had so much other stuff going on anyway.
Yeah.
Like I was always confused why you even worked there. Like
I loved it.
was the money even that good though?
No, it didn't. It paid my fuel to get there.
It was just
balanced out. It was.
Yeah. It was more because you loved it and you had
Yeah.
that much passion for fitness
For sure.
that you wanted to give it back.
Yeah.
Pretty much to them.
Yeah, I was genuinely like heartbroken when I was like making that decision, because in my head, like I was like, one, I don't want to move forward with the legacy that we started because it's not there anymore. Like everyone had already gone their separate directions. Like two of the original coaches were already gone. I was on my way out. Another coach was on his way out. Like the original dynamic and the energy that we initially started in that infectious environment was not there anymore, and everyone knew it. Like members, like the culture is changing, and I was like, I don't want to walk away from something because I'm not a quitter, but at the same time, like my job here is done. So it's like it's time to move on to the next thing, and that's when I was just like, I don't really like, I don't want to stay and I don't want to go, but like he made that hard decision where he's like, you're out, and I was like, well,
Cool.
You made that decision for me, then I was already on that move. So,
Right.
and then I heard the same thing happen to Juan because I guess he wanted to leave.
Is that what happened?
So I don't know. I'm not welcome there to like train.
Who's
the
fucking
location.
Juan, man? I'm gonna go take care of him. I'm gonna go take care of him.
I don't know.
be messing with Juan.
I was the one that got Juan hired at that facility.
Right.
And then
I love Juan.
from what I heard from like several different people, basically thought he was going to get canned too. And it got back to the owner and they were like, yeah, you can leave today. This is your last class. So like they just don't have any integrity. They don't let anyone finish their job. Like at least give someone the decency to be like, hey, give me my 2 weeks. Even if you don't want them to have your 2 weeks, like let them tell the coaches and the clients, like these are people that we've invested so much time into over the last 3 years, and you're just like, get the fuck out. Like, who are you?
Like, how do you expect us to have to put in a 2 weeks notice, right? Courtesy.
Right.
Cool. And you can't do the same.
And you're like, bye, get out.
I've always hated that.
Yeah,
I've
you're a
always hated that,
bitch.
Yep.
And I even said that when I left. I was like, you realize I'm going to open up a gym probably across the street just to be an asshole, and I'm going to take every single one of these clients with me. And now, like, I see everyone going to UTC, which is the other F45, literally the next exit over.
Yeah.
Because Juan's over there. So it's like, okay, he made his way over to another facility. People are using the passport.
And this guy doesn't own that one, right? He only owns the one.
No, which is funny because I was going to buy UTC before I went to Fruitville. But it's all a blessing in disguise. Something better's coming on.
So what are you doing now?
Yeah.
So what are we doing now?
I'm still in healthcare, unfortunately, but I'm in the works of opening my own gym, which I like briefly touched to you about. I'm like, I don't think you know it, but like I've talked to a couple people, they know about it.
Guys, she's opening up one of those like bounce gyms.
Yeah.
That, like, you know, you get like the bounce thing and the fly things.
Shit, the fucking little
Yeah, bro.
Have you ever been to them? They're so much. Your big ass would be like breaking.
No,
the
bro.
cables.
I'm gonna need some heavy
They're
cables.
So much fun.
Are they?
Yeah. Oh my god, they're hilarious.
Bro, these white girls will be doing anything to get in shape.
They're like, well, that and like the girls that do like the stripper pole classes. You know how hard that is?
very hard.
I fell. I ate
respect
shit. I
that.
thought all my teeth were gonna get knocked out.
up?
Bang
No
on the
way.
ground. I was like, I could
Upside
never.
down?
I have new respect for strippers. Newfound
You don't have
respect.
that video?
No, that is.
She does have. Look at her ass.
Come on! I have a video where I just ate shit and I was like
on.
All right.
Humbled.
We're gonna put that video.
We
right
are
here.
not going to put that video right here.
Right here.
So guys, she's not opening up a gym though. She's not that bounce gym. What kind of gym do you want to open?
So it's more strength and conditioning focused.
Like F45 kind of.
Similar but different in the sense that like it's not high intensity. Like I can never do that again. And like even like with my background with soccer and sports, like I always lean to more of like the bodybuilding, heavy lifting, not like you guys with prep, but like actual strength and conditioning training. So more so on that focus, but still like class structured. And then like there's gonna be an open gym facility area. So like a couple of the guys in town that already are running like their own sort of clients, like you guys do, but in facilities and getting kicked out of them for, I'm like, you're going to pay me a monthly fee. You can bring all your clients in, use the gym from this time to this time. And that's that.
Right.
So, but
There's
there's
gonna be a lot less classes, more like
yeah, I'd much rather do like more personal training.
like one-on-one stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's when you really like, if we can go back to like what F45 does, right? It's great for that mom who maybe just had a baby, never really been to the gym.
Yeah.
Go get fucked up 3-4 days a week in there. 100%. It's better than nothing, right? But if you want to take your body to the next level, you have to get a one-on-one trainer.
Yeah, you
that
have
is
to.
designed for your body.
Yeah,
like,
and not even that,
and
but
your
like the
goals.
recovery too. Like people don't talk about that. Like ice baths, love them. I love an ice bath. People are like that, like ALS ice bucket challenge bullshit coming back, and I'm like, I hope someone. I don't, but I hope someone does. Because,
Did you see the study that came out with that though? That said
Yeah,
that
they're
ice baths.
phenomenal.
No, it said that ice baths are not good to build muscle. Like it prevents like 80% muscle or something.
So I've been doing a lot of research on that too because I was just curious about that as well. What are the benefits? You know what I mean? So yeah, you can reduce inflammation, you can do all that type of stuff. However, if you're going to do an intense training session like we do for bodybuilding, and you are prepping for a competition, it does not benefit you at that moment to directly go into an ice bath.
No, I can see that.
Because it stops the blood flow.
Exactly.
You know, it's where blood goes, nutrients goes, right? So if you're doing an ice bath after every workout, or I guess it's just depending on when you do it, or if you have like I think it's good for injuries. Like I feel like if you're so fucked up,
Well, that's me. I'm always injured.
it's probably good for injuries.
It's phenomenal. I don't know. I mean, that, like, we're going to have ice baths in there. We're going to have red light therapies. There's so many benefits to red light saunas and the actual red lights. So I'm like, those are going in there.
So
Full
what are some
espresso bar,
benefits
bougie,
Because I
like
don't
red light
believe that red
therapy.
light therapy is actually, it's just some light. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a sauna with some light that hits you.
So I think it's different
know?
because if you go to like Amps and Crunch and you sit in those like just humid saunas, if you go to like Perspire or any of those red light therapies, there's so much different. Like the breathing, you walk in there within like 2 minutes, like you were literally drenched, like dripping. I don't know that there's per se like heart condition differences. Like you always hear like Joe Rogan talk about like, oh, it extends your life 3 years or whatever. I don't know because I haven't x-rayed my heart or looked at my heart lately, but I would definitely say there's benefits even like for your skin. Like I noticed such a difference with sitting in those for a half hour 2-3 times a week. Like my skin, all my pores started getting smaller. Really? There were just substantial benefits. Anytime my sciatica flared up, right in there.
Wow. And that would help?
Every time. Yeah. Colds, forget it. I've been sick in forever.
Yeah. I'm the same way.
Like same thing, like any of these colds that go around or allergies and shit, as soon as I get off a plane, I go right to them. Sitting there for 40 minutes.
You know, one of like my biggest pet peeves is when people get fucking sick. These pussies just sit at home all day and just get fucking sicker.
Go walk. Go exercise. Literally go do anything.
Yes. Because if you just sit there, you're just going to get fucking sicker.
Yeah. That's like when my mom came down a couple years ago, she got COVID coming down here. And I was like, we're going to the beach and we're going on the boat. And she was like, I have COVID. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like I've had this 3 times. I should be dead by.
Can you stand up?
I was like, she literally was in my guest bedroom in my house with a mask on. And I yanked it off her face. I said, take that shit off. We're getting on my boat. We're going to the beach. And she's like, but I have COVID. I was like, I don't care. I was like, we're gonna go get you some sunlight. We're gonna get you in the salt air. I was like, I promise you by tomorrow we're gonna feel better. And I went to Crop Juice. I got her like 2 things, like the turmeric shots. I was like, chug one of these today and tomorrow. I got her some raw garlic from freaking Detweiler's, boiled it up for her. I was like, chew on this. It tastes like shit, but like you'll feel better. And within like 48 hours, she was fine. She had a tan. She was giggling again, drinking a mimosa on AMI. And I was like,
How's your COVID?
Yeah, I was like, interesting. Do you want some ivermectin with that or no?
Yeah, they say once you stop moving, you die.
Probably.
You know, you
Not
need
emotion
to
stays emotion.
keep exactly. You need to keep moving. And like,
People don't get that.
I get clients to this shit all the time in prep. I'm like, they'll tell me after like 3 days, yeah, I've been sick for 3 days. I'm like, okay, what have you done? Oh, well, I've just been resting. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, get your ass and what I tell everyone is do the same exact routine that you've been doing.
Yeah.
Don't switch shit.
You're
If
gonna
anything,
feel better.
do more cardio sit your ass in the sauna, maybe take some ibuprofen,
Yeah.
and shut the fuck up, stop being a little bitch.
Well, that's like everyone that still like goes out and gets drunk, and like everyone makes fun of me because I don't drink, and I'm like, why would I voluntarily go make myself feel like shit and then have to get up at 5 a.m.? Yeah, I don't have to get up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym, but like that's what works for me.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna feel like shit because I wanted a couple drinks. Like no, grow up, grow a set, go to the gym, eat healthy, eat whole foods. Like it's really not that fucking hard.
So you don't drink? Not at all? Not even like a little bit? Like a little bit?
Good. Fuck yeah.
What about if there's like you're going to like Jolene and go line dance? You're not gonna have like a little shot or something? No.
I don't know. What's the point? Isn't there a study, and maybe you guys probably know something about this too, but I read something that said after drinking, it takes the body 72 hours to actually get rid of the alcohol in your blood flow, and you can't burn fat within those 72 hours. So say you have 2 mimosas, 2 shots of tequila, within those 72 hours, you're going to the gym the next day, the next day, and the next day. You're not burning any fat.
You ain't doing shit.
What's
I think that it puts you back 2 weeks in the gym. One hardcore night of drinking. Let's say you go out and Brian gets fucking wasted, gets 10 shots in, she starts throwing up everywhere. You're fucked for 2 weeks. Your body is not building muscle for 2 weeks.
No.
It's just not.
There's
because
no way.
do you think that your
You're not
body gives a
eating
shit
healthy,
about
you're
it?
at Culver's, you're getting fucking fries,
Yeah.
you're eating like shit, and then you're throwing yourself off. It's not
Your
happening.
whole schedule's fucked. You didn't
Yeah.
wake up in the morning to do your workout. So now, even though you still feel like shit, you feel like even more shit because you didn't
Yeah, you
accomplish
ate like
your
shit. Yeah.
gym routine. You know,
Yeah, mentally you feel like shit. It just trickles. It's literally like people make fun of people. Like I've had so many people bash me on Instagram. They're like, "You don't drink. That's so fucking weird." And I'm like, alcohol is literally the only drug that you get essentially bullied for not doing. Like people aren't like, "Oh, you have a heroin problem." Like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. You're not shooting up today." But like, "Oh, you're not gonna go drink. You're fucking lame." Make it make sense. It's literally the hardest thing to come off of. So like, why is there this stigma with people that are like, that's so weird, you don't know how to have fun? Like, first of all, I'm retarded without adding any sort of alcohol substances in there. Like, we do not need to be adding anything else. Like, we're good.
I have enough personality for it all.
Yeah, like
Nothing needs to come out.
Love them. Like, I don't need the alcohol to be fun. But like, you see so many people that are like, oh, I just need like some wine to wind down. It's like, go take your dog for a walk. That's been sitting in a cage probably all day while you worked 8 hours.
Yeah.
Like, go do literally any sort of exercise. That can be your wind down. Like, it just, we're as a society culturally like look at this excuse, and it's like going back to like Ozempic, like it's an easy fix. And it's like, for what? You're not gaining anything from it. There's no benefits to it at all other than it helps me lighten up.
Right. So why do you think that alcohol is so normalized then?
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
Because if
It's
you think
fun.
about it, you do
Terrible decisions.
20 shots. I'm not walking.
Hell no.
I'm ask him. He can
Blacked
smoke as much
out.
weed as he wants. He's still gonna walk.
Yeah.
So what's actually better? Now I'm really against weed, you know that, but I'm just saying I'm not too much against alcohol because I'm Irish. I need something, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I
really,
agree.
is alcohol worse than weed?
Overall, I would say, yeah.
I would think so too.
Absolutely.
Same.
I mean, your coherency with alcohol is definitely a lot less. Like, can you black out on weed? I've never smoked that much. Like, versus like a couple shots, like 4 shots of tequila, I'm dead. The world. I'm in a ditch somewhere on 301, like lights out. Like someone go and find my friends and find me because like where the fuck is she?
Yeah.
But like I feel like everyone, I don't know. Every time I ever smoked, I would freak out. I don't know. Yeah,
I get that a lot. Yeah, a lot of
I
people
was
tell
like,
that.
I want
Yeah.
no parts of this, and that was why like I never did it. It was like, okay, I had a soccer scholarship. I knew I wasn't going to get in like any sort of real trouble. I was like, what's the point? And then I would eat like an edible, and I would like lose my shit, like be like, my spine's on fire. And I was like, I'm not doing this. Like literally, like I accidentally ate a Delta 8 cookie a couple years ago. Never again. Traumatized.
Got fucked up.
Dude, I like was tripping.
Wow.
I was losing my shit. It was like
Well,
500 milligrams.
yeah, but
Well, yeah, you did that. You ate the whole cookie?
I didn't know. I thought it was a cookie.
Oh, my
Oh
I
my
had no
God.
idea.
God, dude.
Yeah, it was bad. I called my mom. I was like, call 911.
No way.
I
Yep,
swear
you're
to
going to have to
God.
fucking saddle up, dude.
Yeah, it was bad. It was a rough 48 hours. I was like, never again. Done. Traumatized. Never again.
Yeah, I remember one time. I'll make this on the podcast, but I've never really touched a drug ever. I've never did until to this day, never did it. But I'm about making money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what? I want to make these fucking pop brownies. I'm going to see what happens, right? So I sold a couple, but I gave one to fucking Saint Center, one of my best friends, and he's in the house and he ate it. I was like, dude, try this out. I don't know what the fuck weed is, bro. It's my first time I've ever done anything like this. Never smoked nothing. And gave him this pop brownie, right? bro, he literally woke me up like 3 a.m. saying, I got to go to the hospital. Like, I feel
That's
like
how I felt.
he was like, done,
How
bro.
much did you give him?
The whole fucking brownie. I don't know what was in there. I said, bro, eat
That's
that
my
shit.
problem. I would eat the whole thing. Like, you put like 4 donuts in front of me, like your Instagram, I'm eating them.
Yeah, try these donuts.
Yeah, all right.
You didn't say just donut.
Yeah, you didn't say
said
a
donuts.
bite. Yeah, so I tried all of them.
But guys, I gotta say on the podcast that was the only time I ever did that, and that was it. That was just one time, just to see. I wanted to see, like, try to make some money. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work.
So that
Dude,
business
fucking-
venture.
I just gave it to Zach, and he got too fucked up. I'm like, oh my god, what the hell is this? I thought I'd have killed him. You know, you want to get brought to the
Can
hospital?
you overdose on weed?
I don't know. He almost did. I could bring him out. He'll talk about it, but nah, man.
But you can definitely overdose and black out and die from drinking.
Yeah.
So like,
So I remember like not crazy story, but just a story, right? I went to my dad's house and I was about 22 at the time, and I don't see my dad that often, right? And when I was in my like full grind mode of like, I was like, no drinking, none of this. I got to grow muscle. It'll put me back. I get there. He got mad at me for not drinking with him. Like, he's just have a beer with me.
I
Have one
friends who are
beer.
like that.
I said, dude, I got to go to the gym.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't got time for this beer with you, man. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to the fucking
I
gym.
got goals.
I left, and he actually got so mad at me because I would not drink with him. And I think a lot of people
like that.
a lot of people get like that.
Yeah, well, because they don't understand. Like, that's the other thing. Like, I think a lot of people look at fitness and they look at it as like, oh, they think they're like hot shit because they post like Instagram pictures and this and that. But it's like, there's a mental side of fitness and health and wellness that like people that haven't gone through anything in life probably don't understand. It's like, I've talked to so many people that have been in the darkest areas of their life and they're like, going to the gym every day literally saved my life. And I'm like, yeah, like, it's not like, I literally posted something on Instagram yesterday and I was like, I want to be a Pilates princess so bad. I swear to God, I want to be a Pilates princess so bad. But like, it could never do what picking something heavy up and putting it down does for my brain. Like, I don't know what composition it does, but there's just something about going to the gym and like knowing your physical body can do something strength wise is so like satisfying. And it just like, you build that discipline and that confidence within yourself. It's not like, yeah, like for you guys, obviously the outer package 100% matters, but like for the everyday person that I'm coaching or going to like the gyms that I'm going to that isn't in prep and just wants to feel good about themselves, like that progress and that like, just like, oh, you know, I went on the treadmill 4 times this week and I lost a pound, like seeing those differences and like how that builds so much like charisma in someone, game changer. Everyone's just like, oh, you go to the gym. Like, no, it's a way of life. It's a non-negotiable.
Yeah, we were talking about this on the last podcast, like when no one really tuned in. But you know, when you're like,
there's definitely going to be views because people are scared.
no, I'm talking about like them, like they didn't understand where I was coming from. Like, so I've been hurt before, and like from
we've talked
relationships,
about
right?
this.
I'm in the
Yeah.
gym. The gym was like, I'd be so depressed. Like I would just be like sadness, depression. I would just take it out on the weights.
Yeah.
And I felt so much fucking better.
100%.
Oh my God, I'm not gonna lie. Like there's some cuties over there looking at me throwing around 6 plates. They're probably scared of me, but you know what? It helped a little bit. So I feel like it helps,
It does. People don't get that part. Like if you really haven't been in like the depths of darkness and like the demons inside your own brain and like that mental battle, like going and getting into fitness 1000% will help tune them out a little bit. There's still little voices, but like they come down a lot.
They help funnel it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a funnel. It's like an anger funnel.
Yeah, like who needs to
sadness
work out when
funnel.
you have shitty things going on in your life?
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. I remember blacking out sometimes.
Like, no, I literally like when my ex and I broke up, I was in the best shape of my life. And it wasn't even to spite him. It was just because like there was so much going on internally that I was like, I need to go do something with these feelings. And it's like, what am I going to go get blackout drunk every night and feel worse about myself? Like, no, I'm going to go stunt on this bitch. And like, I was in the gym every single day. And I was like, damn, like my back was all cut. Like I was looking good. And I was like, anyone want to break my heart again? Let me know. That's a joke.
No, but it's for real though. Like,
But like that's the best.
Yes.
Don't hit me up. Like,
she is single, guys. Okay, you're gonna get a lot of.
She's single.
She's single, and you know she will
fuck you up.
listen to you, only to the right man though. So
Yeah,
you're
so
gonna be in
like,
trouble.
I've never like you and I have never had a conversation where like even off like the bat, like, and even with you too, like we just all have like an infectious sort of relationship where like you could talk shit to me and I'm gonna talk it right back. But like at the end of the day, when you were coaching me, I listened to what you said because I respected you as a man. And I think now there's so many people that like, if you're doing a fucking TikTok dance and you want me to listen to you, I'm not listening to you for fucking shit. And I'm probably gonna cheat on you, and I've never cheated on anyone. So like, just like act like a man. Like you want your sandwiches made, done. Like it's not. There's definitely.
What do you think about fake men? Like, there's fake masculine men.
Transgender men?
Bro, people think, and it's crazy to me, bro. People think just because you have muscle that you're a man. And like, you're not a man just because you have a muscle. You're a man from what you
Your
do.
mindset and how
Like,
do you
are you
show
holding the
up?
door for women? Are
Right.
you like, are you paying the bills? Are you like, Are you taking
We're
out the
not even, like,
trash?
paying
Are
the
you open up the
bills.
doors? No, I see. I think that's bullshit because I still think that men should pay the bills at the end of the day. If any woman lives with me, you're not paying $1. Like that's just what the fuck
That's
it is,
unheard of.
right? That's just what it is. You're not fucking paying $1. And
Yeah.
why don't men have that? You know,
They want like
it's tough.
They're like, oh, we're gonna split half, and I'm like,
Yeah, I don't believe in
What?
half. What
It's
do you
weird.
think? I don't believe in halving, bro. Halving shit. No.
I don't mind it because I make my own money, but like. I don't know. Like when people are like, hey, we're going to Pack Ram at 8, done. Say less. Like if I get a text at 6:30 and it's like, we're getting dinner at 8:30, see you there.
Yeah.
Like tell me what to do, lead, and I will do it.
Yeah.
As long as I'm not doing something else and like have to do something. But if you're like hitting me up and like, we're going to go do this. Yeah. Sold. Done. See you there.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I was 17, bro, paying all the bills.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
was I. I got
Guys.
kicked out at 18.
I was 17 paying all the bills. There's fucking 35-year-old men right now that are making their women pay all the bills. I
how
don't
did-
understand.
Exactly. But
I
that
don't
shaped
because they're lazy.
you for how you are today and how you lead. And you had that from before your frontal lobe was even developed. Like, I need to win. I need to succeed. And I think when you go through shit at like a fundamental young age like that versus these kids around town that get everything handed to them, they don't have that. There is no drive. There is no work ethic. There is no like, oh yeah, I'm going to talk to 6 girls at once.
Yeah.
And then they get all upset when one of them plays them and they're like, she broke my heart. And I talk shit about her for the rest of my life.
I think it comes down to family. I feel like it really truly comes down to who raised you, you know? Like
For sure.
it has to come down to that because my grandparents, I would say my mom raised me, but my grandparents were like my role models, right?
Yeah.
Like my grandpa was such a masculine man. Like he would never like, he would never let me, he gets mad if I pay the bill right now. I have to sneak that shit, bro. He gets pissed. Like he's so old fashioned, bro.
My dad and I will fight over that.
He
shit,
don't
too.
play around, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'll
Those
go
old school Italian parents.
if we ever go out to dinner, like over in California with my family, you know, that's like one of the things that we fight over. So
Oh, yeah.
I'll be like, I'll go to,
Let's sneak
go
over
to the
Yeah,
bathroom real
I
quick.
gotta take a shit real
Let me go
quick.
get that shit real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And bro, these old people don't play.
Oh, he already paid it. I'm like, man, I'm in your face.
It's true though.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then today it's like, you want to split this $8 coffee?
So what do you think? So do you think that it's okay to split? Because I have mixed feelings on it, but do you think it's okay?
I think it's conditioned to be okay. I mean, I personally, like I said, I make my own money, so I really don't care. But like, do I look at someone having been in a relationship that made substantially less than me? It's kind of in the back of my mind where it's like, this is the life that I want to live and the visions I have for myself and what I want to do. Do you want to build with this? Yes or no? Because this is what trajectory I'm on. Can you handle that? Can you handle, 80-hour work weeks? Can you do this? And if it's like, oh, I'm intimidated. Okay, well then you're not the right person. Go find someone that, has daddy's money or something. Because I don't have that. Like,
Yeah.
I wish I did, but my dad doesn't like me that much. Not enough to give me that much money. Like, it doesn't work that way.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, I think it's become so conditioned that I'm okay with it. But then there's so many girls that like expect that. They're like, oh, you're, it's like, oh, you're
It's
not
almost-
giving me money for my nails. You're not giving me money to get my eyelashes done. I'm like, bitch, I've had to pay for all this since I was 16. What the fuck? You've had someone paying for it for you?
It's almost unattractive, when they expect it. That's when it starts getting
100%.
unattractive.
I've talked to so many guys that are saying that.
Oh wow! Like if you I'll pay every bill. I have no problem, but you at least got to offer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you'd be like, "Hey, you want me to get this?" No, of course not. We're fine. Like, but it's the fact that you care
I
enough to
got you
offer.
protein.
Like, yeah, give me protein.
Yeah,
We're good.
I got you protein.
If I ask you out, I don't mind fucking paying at all, period. No matter what. Even if you were like, hey, can we go do this? I'm like, yeah, for sure, let's go. I'll pay. Don't
Right.
mean anything.
But
to me.
again, leading. Leading your family. That's what a man should do. And now we're like, that's just lost on people. It's just like these women expect it. And it's like, well, then on the flip side, you hear all these dudes like, well, what does she do? What does she bring to the table? And it's like, are you getting fucked? Are you getting fed? Like, shut up. Like, what more do you want?
No, literally.
What? Like, men are so simple. I hate that argument where it's like, oh, they're so complicated. No, they're really not. Feed them, fuck them, leave them alone. Let them go to the gym. Like,
Clip it.
Pretty much. That's it.
drop.
Clip it.
But I think that a lot of men are going through struggles right now, man. It's hard.
100%.
Like, it's hard. Back in the day, you could survive off of one income, right? And this is why I say I'm not opposed to splitting if you needed to be, right? Because
hard.
I think a lot of men are still in building phases of their life, and you have to have a supportive partner to at least see that and to see that you're at least trying. Because a lot of men that are trying really hard and they're doing the best they can. They seriously are doing the best they can for them, right? I mean, even me specifically, dude, I would bust my fucking ass working 7 days a week, literally 7 days a week, and I was barely making ends meet, right? And it's just tough for men out there, and you need that supportive partner to be able to be okay with that and to build. Because someday, babe, I got you. Like someday I got you, but you need to help me now. You have to help me now, and you're going to get everything. But the problem is, and then you also got men
don't want that.
who are working 80, 90, 100 hours a week just to pay the bill so their woman doesn't have to pay.
Yeah.
And guess what she's doing? She's sleeping on, cheating on
Going
him.
to hooking up with a trainer.
Yeah, F45.
She's going to bang 45.
My husband's never home.
5:30 in the morning.
My husband is never home.
Yeah, legit though. I mean, it's.
Sad.
I've talked to so many people at Crunch that literally would text me and be like, "Do you know they're swingers?" And I'm like, "I do now, thanks." Like, it's crazy, and like I get that where it's like you need to find someone that is upfront with that. Like, hey, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to get there. It's going to take me some time. But people don't want that. Like, people want that instant gratification, the done package. I want it right now. I want it yesterday. And they don't want to build with it. And it's like, that's not reality anymore. Like, look at our society. Look at how expensive everything in this town is. Like, everyone's like, oh, it's cheaper to live in Florida. The fuck it is. My flood insurance is $20 grand after the last 2 hurricanes. I'm like, oh, do I need to make an OnlyFans to get my mortgage paid? Like,
So what do you think about OnlyFans?
hell no. Hell no.
What about feet fans? Like feet fans?
Only feet.
Only feet.
It's still weird. Still so weird.
We should
You
do
think?
like an only reps. You know what I mean? I'm just like, you could just be shirtless,
Only
just fucking,
buys.
Only
just
reps.
fucking right
Yes.
here, just full in frame, just here.
It's so weird. And that's so normalized
Make that money.
now. So normalized.
Yeah.
Like, none of these girls want to go get an education. They don't want to do anything. They're just like, I'm going to sell my tits online. I'm like, where's your dads?
Yeah.
And like, not even to be judgmental, but
Well,
it's
they
like,
don't. The problem is they don't have dads.
But I know
That's
some
the
that
problem.
do, and their parents like, I'm super supportive of this, and I'm like, my dad
Wow.
would feed me to an alligator.
I would
Yeah.
disown.
Not even.
Disown,
My
bitch.
dad would beat my
Yeah.
ass. Like, that's literally like people are like. Anytime I post like something online, I think about like, what would my dad think if
Yes.
I
Oh
my
post
God.
this? What would my dad's friends
Right.
think if this is posted? Like, how is this going to make like my future kids feel? All these things. Like, you're not just like, it's too much.
Well, that's
Yeah.
because you were raised right. You were
Right.
raised with a good father.
Yeah, I'm
and a good
still
father
scared of my dad.
what I'm saying,
Like,
like, for
he'll
sure.
beat my ass.
Yeah.
Like,
It's actually crazy to see how women have almost thrown that out. That's the one thing that men care about, I think. If you really want to settle down,
Yeah.
is like, you couldn't pay me $1 million, anything in the world, anything to see my girl's picture, anything in the world, I would do it.
she looks fire.
I'm saying any amount of money in the world,
Crop a picture of her in.
Right,
stick her
literally.
head out.
it would never happen to me. I would never even allow that to happen. And there's
Yeah.
men that like you see the videos of like legit videos of like, hey, how much to take your girlfriend out? 50 grand or 5 grand or whatever it is. Oh, $5 grand. Oh my God, 5 grand. Here you go.
Girlfriend out?
What the fuck? Like,
No,
unbelievable.
no. I would.
How much money?
Straight to jail.
How much money would you get paid for someone to take me on a date?
I mean, I wouldn't allow that to happen.
How
be
much?
zero.
Yeah.
It would-
$1 billion,
What's
bro.
the price?
$7 billion.
100% be zero. Like, I'm not going to.
$7 billion.
I'm not going to allow that to happen. But if I did allow that to happen, you have to have the understanding too that if you were doing it for a business side of things, do you have the trust in your woman to make that?
No, but no, he gets whatever the hell she wants. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I think that's also the difference. Like, would you let your ex? Would you extort her out for money?
Of course not.
Because
course
she's the
not.
mother of your children. So that right there, that's the mentality.
It would never
difference.
happen.
And you're
Any
not
amount of money
even
in the world.
actively with her. Like that right there.
Yeah.
Conversation over.
Yeah.
That's the
but
difference.
people will do it though. That's
right.
the thing. People will do it, and it's not even. It's sad that women they do this OnlyFans and they know that it's wrong, right?
They don't
Again,
care.
I have a lot of friends that do this shit, and I feel
Yeah.
they're gonna get on my ass with this. I always get like 30 messages every time I
Oh,
talk
I do
about this
too.
subject
All the time.
because it's like when you have kids,
judging.
when you have kids, and most of them are gonna want kids, your
Yeah.
kids are gonna see what you've been doing.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a fucking problem with that. Like I couldn't imagine me having an OnlyFans and having Baron and Athena someday going to school get bullied because I have an
Getting
OnlyFans.
bullied. Well, T-Rod posted something
crazy.
about that like 2 years ago, and I reposted it, and that's what like started this whole debacle of like
You gotta be
she
careful
hates
with that shit.
OnlyFans, and it was like I don't really care what you guys are doing to make your own money, but at the end of the day, like there's another girl I just met at Crunch, and she's got like 400,000 followers. First form athlete, like killing it, beautiful girl. And she was like, I actually think you're really cool because you're opposed to all of that. And like her and I, not
She
that we,
blonde?
yeah,
I know who she is.
yeah, she has a Corvette.
Yeah.
Yeah, super cool chick.
Yeah, she's.
like,
I actually talked to her at Starbucks one time.
badass girl. Like her and I immediately hit it off because of like the way we think. But then she even said that like because she was like, oh well, I posted something and there were like girls from town that were making fun of me, and I was like, yeah, I saw them. Like I saw the comments. Like don't worry about it because they ran through. Two, like they have actual genuine like issues. Like I've talked to people that they know personally, and like psychologically, like they're fucked up. They're unhappy. So it's like. Yeah, you might be making stupid amount of money, but like your digital footprint is forever, forever. Like that's not going away.
I know.
And even like the guys that are married to some of these girls that are like, oh, I don't care. However she makes her money. It's like, yeah, you do. Like as a
No,
man, how do you sit there and allow your wife,
I
your
know
baby
why.
mama?
You want me to tell you?
Because why?
Because they're not doing shit. They're not making any
They don't
money.
have
They're
to.
sitting there and they're taking all the money from her and they don't care.
Lazy.
They're bums.
Yeah,
They're
that's
not
not a
actual
man.
fucking
That's
men.
not- yeah,
They're not
exactly.
men.
That's not a man.
Because a man would never allow his wife to do that.
No.
It's disgusting.
It's
I mean,
weird.
it's like
Like,
Kanye,
never.
Kanye
like,
walking
why-
up to that one shit
Oof,
with
yeah.
his lady naked.
Yeah.
Well, he's a little
They're getting
tapped in the
divorced
brain,
now.
though. You know what I'm saying?
I just saw something on
Yeah,
TikTok
she's into
literally
half his
last
shit.
night about that. It was like
Wow.
some concoction of drugs that they put him on, and like they did the same thing to Britney Spears.
Oh, wow.
And I'll send it to you, but it was like all this shit about like Kanye's not actually fucked up, and it was like he was going like spiraling, and they put him on all these drugs, and basically were trying to like off him, like medically off him, and it fucked him up. And they were like, "This is the same thing that happened to Britney." And now look at her; she's dancing around doing God knows
God,
what.
you see her videos?
God knows
Bro.
what. That is not the girl that
Okay.
I remember watching in
That's not
1994.
Britney, bitch.
That is not Britney bitch
Who's
at
the-
all, by any means.
God, who's the one girl that I just stumbled across? God, it was like,
Oh shit, I know. Yeah.
who is it? I don't know.
I was like, there could
Bro,
be
I
so
gotta
many.
fucking know this one.
Do you have anything
It's
specific?
the one that was in like,
a huge.
Huh?
yeah, okay, it was
This one girl.
it was a kid and a girl that would did a movie about, it was like a spy movie. She was blonde. She had she was young, but she had like, when I was young, I had a huge crush on her.
Did a spy movie.
God, she did a spy
Scarlett
movie.
Johansson.
No, bro, she's blonde. She was thick in a good way. But anyway, you guys don't know who it is. We'll talk about it later. But bro, I seen a fucking. It's just she looks like an entire different person. I wished I needed to find out who the fuck this
It's
is.
like all of them now.
It's crazy,
they
though.
all look like it was like okay, early 2000s. Everyone the Kim K, BBL, whatever. K. It was like thick was cool, and then now like it's back to being like cokehead skinny, and like I'm like what?
Well, it's Ozempic skinny now.
Yeah,
They just take
same
Ozempic.
shit,
No
same
muscle.
shit. Adderall, Vyvanse, and
Perfect.
Ozempic. Sweet. I'm over here like 40 pounds heavier than all of them, and I'm like, I just want a sandwich.
Well, I mean, I think that men
fucking hungry over
men
here.
want thicker girls. So let's be honest.
Yeah,
like if
nobody-
you talk to,
I've
I line up
never hooked
yeah.
up with any guy. Never dated any guy that's like her ass is too skinny.
Yeah.
No guy has ever been like, oh, I'm worried about the roll in her stomach. No, no guy gives a fuck about that.
Most of them don't. And if they do, they're very materialistic, you know,
Yeah.
because there are men that like, I feel like in the Spanish culture, men, they're very like that. Like they want their girls really small and
Big.
petite and like big fake butts and shit. But that's fine, whatever you want to do, right? But I feel like majority of America is like, we're very much into thicker girls. You know?
Yeah.
Which is whatever. I think, you know, whatever.
I think it's different in Florida. I think there's such a culture of like eating disorders down here, and
Yes,
the
oh my
girls
God.
think for sure like, oh my god, we have to be a 00. We have to be skinny. Like I can't lift a weight. Like there's still I have to like beg the girls that I coach like go to the gym, go lift heavy.
yeah. Well,
Go-
girls are scared to lift heavy though, because they think they're
Yeah,
gonna get too
like,
big.
bulky. You know, you're gonna get bulky if you eat too much. Like,
Yeah.
why? It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Like, I
Yeah.
hate that fucking argument where it's like, I'm gonna get too thick. It's like,
No, it's not gonna happen.
do some cardio,
Yeah.
lift some weights. If it burns, do 2 more, and then you're done.
Yeah. What are some gym? What are some gym pet peeves from men that like? Give me some gym pet peeves from men that you look at, you're like, that guy's no.
It's some gym pet peeves or like icks.
Icks. Give me some icks of men
Icks
in the gym. They're walking on the gym. What icks you up?
Tripods.
Tripods.
tripods piss me the fuck
A
off.
guy with a tripod.
Okay.
Okay, that's number one. What
Yeah,
you got?
which is like everybody in Amped, even though it's like,
It's a
you're gonna
cool
get
thing.
banned. Yeah.
They're influencers, Brandon.
Everyone's
okay.
a fucking influencer. I don't know. I really don't even like pay attention to people in the gym. Like you
No?
see me in the gym, I'm like, you could walk right by me and be like, "Sup, girl," and I would be like,
No, she'd be chasing my ass down videos. You're on your phone.
"That's true. Yeah, that's true." With you, I used to make fun of you bad. I'd be like,
So okay, fine then.
that's what I-
one leg day a month.
That's what I used to do when I first started with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, everyone trolls you.
He's
Always
always
getting
on
fucked
phone,
up.
never doing legs.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I made fun of you and called you like the yadded up Morgan Wallen.
Pretty much. Yeah,
If you knew what TRT was.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah, get him on
it's the same. You
TRT.
guys have mullets.
So when he cut his hair, okay, let's be honest. Morgan
throw
Wallen cut his hair.
chairs?
He went to about a 0, right? Like I feel like he fell off the face of earth when he cut his hair.
Well, he's like a scrawny little bitch boy.
But what happened when he cut his hair though?
I don't know.
No one ever talked about him again.
Really?
You know, now it's who's the new guy? He's
Tucker Wetmore that looks just
oh
like
bro,
him.
no,
Riley
come on.
Green.
Riley Green. Yes,
I know
Riley
a
Green.
lot of girls that have hooked up with him.
Really?
A lot. Like
Wow.
very close girls to me. People
No
in this
way.
town.
No, come
Oh
on.
my God. People you know.
No way.
my God.
We're gonna
People
talk
at Bang
about that.
45.
Yeah. No.
We're gonna talk
no.
about it after
They've
this.
been there, but yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay, so let's flip the coin then. If you're in the gym, what like is like, damn, that guy's good looking. Like, what's that for you?
The little shoulder dip. Every time. Or forearm dip, done. Say
Forearm
less.
dip? What's a forearm
like
dip?
that little forearm line,
Okay.
done.
What about height?
Icks. Height.
He's 5'2".
I would say taller than me. At least taller than me. I don't want to be like petting my little son over here. Like,
His fucking shoulders and his forearm.
short
dip is-
kings. I mean, I've never been someone that like cares about height. Like everyone I've dated is like 5'10", not that much taller than me. But like also like some girls are like, no, I need to feel small next to a man. I'm like, okay. God, if you don't do leg day though, and you're like the skinny little bitch boy, it's a hard no for me. I hate that shit. Especially if like my legs are bigger than yours, problematic.
Well, I feel like, listen, man, women's legs are usually bigger than men's.
Yeah.
Like, not everyone has legs like me and Dustin, you know?
True.
But I feel like the short,
But
listen,
in our group of friends, they do. So.
is it just me or like the smaller the legs, the shorter the shorts go? Is that, or is that just me? Yes.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'll
I
probably
agree
say
with
that.
that. Yeah.
You know?
The funny thing is that's what made me like. So I always liked hitting legs when I was a kid. You know, no matter what, that was like my favorite day. As I got into bodybuilding and weight training, this one girl in high school I hooked up with, she was a soccer player, huge legs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just how we're built.
She like dwarfed me in between them. You know. And I was like, never again. That's not gonna.
So that scarred Dustin.
Soccer player.
That scarred Dustin.
Never again. Swear to God.
Yeah.
On everything. Here's a question. I mean, that's
Suffocated.
been going around for, it got pretty viral. 100 men and a gorilla. Who you think's winning?
Jesus fuck.
The gorilla.
All right, listen. Fuck the man. 100 me versus one gorilla. Who's winning?
Hundreds of you.
100 me and
versus
one gorilla.
You don't even need 100. You chased a man down a street.
Well, it's a gorilla though.
Yeah.
This isn't a man. This is a gorilla.
So here's the thing: you gotta think about a whole. There's
Yeah, what kind
other
of
things
men?
to take into consideration.
Yeah.
So if it is 100 mats,
100
right?
mats.
I got
Every
money on
single one-
mats.
Every single one of these mats are individualistic, own emotions, everything. It's not like
But no, they're 100 me.
you're all
replicas.
fucking talking at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Yes,
You get what
yes,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, exactly.
Filled with
They're just
rage.
mats. Or let's make it fun for fun's sake, right? We got 50 Dustins, 50 mats.
See, but
That's it.
What I'm getting at is like, is it one at a time? One guy's going. and
okay,
you're
do you
getting-
think-
or everybody here at the same time?
Okay, let's say there's 10 guys at the bar, right? I'm not going to go first. Me and you are going together, bitch.
Well, right.
We're going to
You know what I'm
fuck all 10 of them
Going
up.
to war.
Because if you have like
wanna
the
be a
first
man.
flank of dudes go in there, and then this guy got his arm ripped off, this dude got his leg bit in half, this guy's getting
How did we
whirled
get here?
around and slammed, and this guy got chucked into this dude, which knocked this guy way the fuck over there. There's gonna be some psychological damage going on
No,
with
because
the rest of the
your
people.
adrenaline's pumping at that
Right?
point.
I black out, bro.
Yeah,
It's not mats.
Yeah.
I'm jumping on that fucking gorilla. I promise you. I will die, and I'm okay with that.
Oh shit!
But I'm taking that gorilla out.
I'm gonna do my best.
I'll tell you what, if I was,
I'm gonna have my iPhone watching from a reasonable distance.
if they drew my number and I had to go, it is what it is.
Guess that's how I go.
And then now they're talking about like 10,000
Brits.
gorillas or a million men. I think 10,000 gorillas all day.
Fucking shit on a million men.
Bro, I
let's,
think
let's,
it-
let's,
100%.
let's flip
How
this
did I
bill.
not
So
hear
there
this
was
already?
there was like that whole thing about the feminist thing.
Oh god.
Okay.
Love this.
Women, right, said that they felt that they would be more safe in a forest with a fucking grizzly bear versus anywhere with a man.
I would love for any of those girls to come hunting
Right.
with me because I get out of my tree stand right before dark, and anyone that hunts, any of my followers that are watching this are lying to you if they say they're not scared of the dark. I don't care if I have my 9mm and my shotgun. I don't care if I have a rifle. I don't care if I have my bow. I have a weapon of some sort. I have another firearm on me because as soon as those coyotes start howling, like, your hair goes up. I'm running to my truck. I don't care. I'm looking at my thermal, making sure there's no deer that are getting spooked, and my ass is beelining it through the woods.
Gotcha.
No.
So 100 women or a grizzly bear?
Oh, bro.
grizzly bear's gonna-
Grizzly bear's destroying them bitches.
Oh my god! It's so Get
Start ripping shit off. Bears winning.
Likes cheese. Like, what the fuck?
And then-
the other one's
yeah.
like the Brits versus like 100 Brits versus 100 Americans.
Americans.
I think, yeah.
Americans
we
are
already
winning, bro.
fucking beat the Brits. Did anyone forget about the Revolutionary War? We already left. We already beat their ass.
Yeah.
We're going to do it again.
Already happened.
It's all over TikTok. I was
Okay.
literally watching it last night. It was like 100 white girls versus 100 British girls. And I was like, you take 2 girls from South Jersey, 1 from New York, couple from Florida, 1 from Philly. Those girls are toast.
Okay. All right. Well, let's have some fun with this topic then. Okay. 100 white women or 100 like African women. Who's winning?
No, those black girls are gonna beat those girls.
Yo, fucking ass.
There's gonna be weave now, and that's not even.
No,
like,
they're just gonna fuck you up.
yeah. Those girls be like, pop, pop,
They know how to
they've
fight.
been through more.
Yeah.
They've been through struggle. There's not a lot of white women have endured the amount of struggle that the amount of black women have endured. So these women
Yeah.
have gone through way more pain, know how to fight out of it. These girls are like,
Bro, they're getting
getting
100 men coming through the shit, chopping off arms and shit.
Yeah.
And you think they're not going to beat a bunch of white girls up? I don't know. My mind's on the African people for sure.
For sure.
Okay, so 100 Americans. What country can take us out? Like 100 Americans.
I was gonna say something fucked up, but I was like, Dustin's a Marine, so let me.
What?
I was like, oh, we've already got a couple terroristic things that have happened to us, taking quite a few Americans out. So
Okay, in a fight, fist fight, 100 Americans, 100 Japanese, 100 Germans, 100 Russians. Who's winning?
I mean, the Chinese, they start them young. They're like 3, 4, doing like, whoa, yeah.
How's that going?
Yeah, see that? What, is that what they do?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
They're little nunchucks.
Right.
On it, we need better specifics. Is
All right,
this like
fine.
cartel
Fine,
level?
okay.
And like white guys from
That's
like
fine. You pick 100.
Seattle?
Okay, you pick 100 American men, right? And you pick 100. Who do you want? Cartel men. Who's winning?
Well, if they're men from like Georgia, Alabama, Florida,
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
you're
Good old
toast.
Americans.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
the good old boys. Like some of these guys,
Some
like they're
rednecks.
waiting. Like we were
a bunch of
talking about
fucking
this, like,
rednecks.
these people are waiting for anyone to knock on their door to kill them.
Yeah.
Like they're waiting for
They're
it.
excited for it.
They're like Civil War. Sign me up. I've been waiting my entire life for this. Point 2, yes, sign me up. And I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with Americans?
So, Dustin, you've been in the military, man. What 100 men could beat 100 Americans?
Yeah, this is a better geared answer for you.
and then it was just pure fist fight.
Fist fight.
Pure fucking fist fight. Jeez.
100 rednecks.
I mean, you're thinking.
You know what? Listen, bro. We'll take 25. We'll take 25 from the hood, bro. We'll take some hood guys with us, man.
Yeah,
I'll bang with them too.
The hood, some guys from the South.
Yeah, you gotta get a little mix there.
We get a little mix.
Couple
I'm
boys
okay
from
with that.
Texas.
Yeah.
You're toast.
We ain't taking the liberals though. Okay,
No.
liberals can't
Leave
fight,
them
We
at
get like
home.
a whole auditioning team where people are like fighting it out, and we're getting
bro.
the
Best.
1,000.
The point I'm trying to make, guys. The point I'm trying to make is I feel like Americans.
We're emotionally
100 of the
fucked
best fighters here in America.
Of course you'd win. But I'm saying the good old boys, some rednecks, bro. We're gonna fucking. I don't think there's a single country that could beat us. You know why? Because Americans have this psychotic mindset that we
we're
don't
fucked up.
fucking lose, bro. Like we don't lose.
I don't know about that.
Yes, bitch, military, bro. We don't
They
lose.
could breed retards too. You know
That's
what I'm
okay.
saying?
Retard strength. You ever heard about retard strength?
Hard R.
Listen, bitch.
We went from black girls to hard R's real fast.
I'm okay with that.
You're getting
I'm
canceled.
okay with that.
You're getting canceled. I'm
For
getting
saying
canceled.
No, we've said it a few
Donald
times.
Trump's America. You're allowed to say that
We can say
again.
retard and fags again. So it's fine.
Fucking
Yeah, you get 100
faggots.
fags against.
Just, yeah, you're gonna lose. Those little Chinese boys.
I think we're losing every fucking fight there is. 100 gay guys, bro. We're in trouble.
They make some bagging coffee though. Give
Hey,
them
bro,
that.
I'll tell you right now.
They serve their purpose in America.
I'll tell you right now.
Phenomenal lattes.
They got some good art, bro. They know how to. They're good artists, man.
What kind of art?
Okay, they are good fucking artists, and they are good for some stuff.
I have so many questions about what sort of art you're looking at.
Art, bro. Like, what do you mean? Like the art, everything on the wall. I don't know, some art shit. I don't know what they're doing. Or like opera singers, bro. Singers. Come on. Like gay people, bro. They know how to sing, bro.
Can we pan the
you know?
camera to what's in this studio? It's fucking.
I'm dead ass.
We're digging a huge hole here.
This is the point of this is the point. I'm gonna have to cut this part out.
Shit.
All right, let's wrap it back in. Okay. So the point I was trying to make, guys, is that I just think that America is very powerful. I think that, like, because I am an American, and I think me versus one person in everyone in the world, just random I'm going to whoop their ass because I'm an American.
Yeah, but not everyone has
Straight up.
psychological
Absolutely, it is.
voices.
Straight the fuck up.
Yeah, you, me, Dustin, for sure.
What do you think?
So you just run at it and fucking scream America?
Pretty much. Yes. That'd be me. Yes. Oh, you ever see the movie Patriot, bro? You know,
That's
when
Matt.
it's your mindset, bro. It's your fucking mindset. You know, that if the guy's John Jones or something, then I'm gonna get fucked up. But it's
But
fine.
he's American too.
But I'm gonna try. He's on our side.
Yeah, if I ever needed to get in a fight with a boy, I'm calling Matt.
Oh yeah, I will call Matt too for sure.
Yeah, I'd be
It's
like,
happened before.
how are you feeling today?
Bro, I remember like back. Yeah, how you feeling? I never
Done your
forget.
cardio yet? I need you to chase somebody.
One of my buddies, his
Ain't
name.
no one ever gonna date me
ex-buddies.
after this.
No, I know. No, they will. They will. His name's Cody Phillips, right? We were not really close at this point. He was in high school, but he knew like if I called Matt, he's gonna have my back, right? Sure. So he called me and said, "Hey man, I'm gonna fighting this kid at Beards Park after this, man. I need you to be there, like just to make sure none crazy goes on, right?" So I go over there, and dude, it was like right off the rip. He's seen him, Cody seen him, boom, they run at each other. He brings like 4 guys. I think we had a few guys with us, right? Runs it. Cody, long story, within 3 minutes, he's on top of this kid, hitting him so hard his head's banging off the concrete. Boom, boom, boom. Dang, okay.
I'm off.
Throwing another one. Okay, we'll throw it in there. We got this one though. We're good. We got this one. But anyway, we'll finish it real quick. So he's bent. There you go. You could just scoot over a little bit. That's fine. I don't know if that's gonna. That might not. There we go.
This
Perfect.
one works on me. Oh God.
Oh, no, yeah, 0.
But that's it then. You want to move this one over?
Oh, we're good. Just keep
We're good?
Just come on over here.
All right, sweet. So long story short, right? Cody's hitting this kid. Bang, bang. His head's banging off the fucking concrete,
There's
right?
a couple people I would love to do that too.
Banging off the concrete. His buddy goes to jump in, and I hit him right in his chest. Boom. I'm like, if you see that, you see what's happening to him? Literally, as he's getting his ass beat, it's gonna happen to you. Like you need to step the fuck back. And bro, he sat there and watched his boy get whooped.
That doesn't happen enough anymore.
Bro.
Personal
Yeah,
opinion.
fights.
People will be like, I'm gonna go on Twitter and talk shit. Like, no. Here's a Chick-fil-A address. Meet me there in 25 minutes. I want a lemonade and I want a biscuit after I beat the shit out of you.
We need to bring back that shit for real. And I actually feel bad for my son almost because
beatdowns.
God forbid if something does happen and Baron does punch somebody, he's probably going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
in a lot of situations, you almost can't fight now. You know? It's crazy, man.
Yeah, that kind of like died with us as kids. Like my dad always raised me. He was like, I don't condone violence, but if someone swings on you, whether it's a soccer fight, whatever happens, they need to swing first. He's like, and then it's fair game. He's like, you're gonna get in trouble either way, so beat the shit out of them afterwards, but let them swing first, so you're not the one throwing the first punch. And I was like, all right, bet.
Yeah, they told me, my uncles told me that, or if you're getting bullied, just fucking go ahead and throw the
Lay him out.
Just knock him the fuck out.
Yeah.
fucking hit him out.
And honestly, that works though. Like to an extent, I'm not saying like tell someone off themselves, but like when you start standing up for yourself and people realize you are unfuckable with, that ends really quickly.
It ends quick.
Like people don't really fuck with you that much because you're gonna come with the receipts. People really don't fuck with me that much because they know I'm gonna come with the receipts. And I'm like, I'm not afraid of a man. Like, what are you gonna do? Hit me? I've already been hit by a man once before. Okay, send it. Like, I'm gonna swing back. Like, the worst things that can happen is you're gonna get knocked out. You're not gonna feel no more.
Exactly.
Or you die.
But at least
Like,
you
never
had the
know.
balls to do it though.
Yeah.
You know? And I think you hit the nail on the head, dude. I used to get picked on so hard in high school, man. I talked about this on here before.
It's because you're ginger.
When I fought that kid in high school. You know about that? All right, so it's a fucking fun story, actually. I was probably 16, and it was this fight club going around, and Cody was in it, right? Cody was in it. And I'm like, dude, I'm doing this. My best friend's I want to do it. Like, I've been getting picked on. Like, it's fine. I've been fighting my whole fucking life. Me and Cody used to box
How old were
every
you?
fucking day. I was 16 at this time. So, well, yeah, I think it was 16. So long story short, we're at this this Riverview, like, dance, right? And this fight club leader, so fucking stupid, bro. He's so kids. He brings up this like 6'2" kid, man. His name was Chance. His name was Chance. Brings it out to him. Look, I'm like, dude,
Chance follows you.
I'm not lying. I'm like 5'1". I'm like 5'1" at this time in high school. I'm looking at this kid, but I'm like, I'm not. All right, yeah, we'll do it. No problem, whatever. So it was like 2 weeks away, right? So everything's getting hyped up. All the hot girls in school are talking about it. All the hot girls, bro.
Has to
So
happen.
right, and I think it was 11th grade. I think he was either 11th or 10th grade at that point, but he was a tall kid. So long story short, after school, I got my shirt on. I got Cody with me. We're walking over there, and it was so like never back down, bro. It was legit, bro. Bro, there was like trucks pulled in, man, this big grass field, right? And like, let the bodies hit the floor. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? But I'm cool with it. Like, I needed to do this, right? Bro,
get this out.
I was getting picked on every single day. Literally every day I was getting picked on. So I had to have this happen to me. So long story short, we touch hands, thank God I did that. Touch hands, and we're going. I think hit me once, twice. I hit him once or twice, and he hit me hard with the right hit, bro. Boom. I like fell back a little bit, and I look at him and I smile, and I'm like, whoa, bro. His demeanor
Psycho.
went from like exactly psycho vibes. He was like, oh my God, I hit him as hard as I could, and there's nothing I could do. Literally next hit, he threw a right, I slapped it, and just boom, dropped this fucking kid. All right, long story short, broke his jaw. He had to get it wired shut. But since that day, bro, no one picked on me. No one picked on my little brother. And that was the end of that shit. So you guys got to learn how to stand up for yourself, no matter fucking what.
Yeah, you have to.
know?
Especially in like the world that we live in with it's so digital. It's so easy. Like I know so many people our age, you guys have kids, but like their kids are a little bit older than your guys' kids and they're already getting bullied.
Yeah.
And it's like, you have no idea you're sending these kids to school for 8 hours a day for someone else to teach them something whatever they're teaching them in school, and you have no idea what those kids are going through unless you have like a really open relationship with them and they trust you to be like, hey, I got bullied, or hey, this girl said something, or this guy said something. Like, so many kids are so afraid of getting in trouble from parents that are actually parenting them. Like, I knew if I got in trouble in school, they didn't even have my dad's cell phone number because I was going to get my ass beat when I got home too if I got in trouble. But like, they had my mom's number, and if I did get in trouble, they would call my mom, and my mom was like, we're not going to tell your dad about this. And I was like, bet, we're on the same page. Sorry about that. There's still stuff that my dad doesn't know about. I'm like, thanks for that one, Mom. But like, it's, unless you have that open relationship with your parents, like, what do you do in that point? Like, if Baron gets in a fight and Sarasota Police Department calls you, like, you're not going to discipline Baron and be like, you should have done that. Because, like, you already did it as a kid yourself. Like, yeah, you have to discipline it.
I'll
but, like,
discipline him if he backs down. You know, if he goes in there and he whoops some ass, I'm the proudest dad ever, bro. I don't care. Get him in jail, bitch. Like, if he started the fight and you whoop his ass, I'm happy.
Yeah. But then you're going to get frowned upon by
I don't give
baseball
a fuck.
committee.
No,
like,
I'm not.
He's a bully dad.
No.
Kick him off the team.
I'll be mad if he doesn't throw a fucking punch, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't defend yourself,
But, like,
I'm going to whoop your ass.
Some kid that drinks oat milk with his juice, their dad's going to be mad at that.
Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't fuck with Baron, but, you know, he hopefully
I've
someday he
seen
needs
his
to defend himself.
pics
You know?
on
Bro, I'll
his
tell you,
football stuff.
Athena and Kiki, bro, they're different.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to fuck people up.
Oh, for sure.
Like, no one's messing with Kiki, bro. And dude, her daughters too. You just know she's got something in her, you know, because you got like Naomi, like the sweetest, nicest girl, and you got Kiki.
Kiki don't give a fuck.
No, she don't give a fuck. You know what it is? Because she's like the younger sister. She's getting bullied by Naomi. You know, Athena's getting bullied by Baron.
Yeah.
Dude, Athena literally chopped her finger off, man. Chopped her fucking finger off. Didn't even break a cry or nothing. Like, my daughter's different. Her name is Athena for a reason.
Yeah, I would
Goddess of
say
War,
that's literally.
you know. But
you
know
what you're doing.
It was
So on brand of
Yeah.
you.
What?
Warrior aesthetics, Athena.
Athena, yeah. And I can't even be mad that she is the way she is because I did name her that. So it's okay.
She's
gonna go to
also
war.
half your child. So
Yeah, exactly. It's very weird, man. It's very weird. Like,
DNA.
you're gonna who do you think is
I'm
more like you,
fucked.
Kiki or Naomi?
I'd say Naomi looks more like me, but Kiki's probably more like me.
Think personality wise?
Yeah.
And you think Naomi's more like Murray?
Yeah.
You think so?
There's certain things about Naomi I'd say that might be like me, but I'd
Yeah.
say she's more like
Like just the anger inside?
I'm screwed either way.
Yeah.
I look identical to my mom, but I am 100% my dad. 1000%. Like, my dad
think
wanted
so?
a son, he got me. He's
That's okay,
like,
though.
well, we're gonna improvise.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, okay. But like, also, like, my girlfriends knew in high school, like, if someone was messing with them, I was a phone call away.
Yeah,
and even
exactly.
still to this day, like, when something goes down, not that like anyone's like condoning violence, and like as an adult now, I'm like, I don't want to get in a fucking fight with someone. Like, I'm a grown ass woman. That shit ain't cute. Like, the girls are like, oh, I can fight. No. Do I know how to fight? Yeah. Will I beat your ass? Yeah. Do I want to? No. Can we handle this over like Starbucks or something? Like, shut the fuck up. But when the time is necessary and all other options have been exhausted, I will beat the shit out of you if you come for my friends. Like, I am not, play with someone else because we're not doing that.
Dude, I'm telling you, it just happened. It just happened that day with Saint Center. Remember that? He was there actually. Bro, this kid headbutted Saint Center, which is one of my good friends. And Saint Center knows, just come to Matt. You know,
Yeah.
like, he just knows.
gonna be
He runs up
handled.
to me, Matt, this guy headbutted me. And I'm like, the fuck do you mean, bro? Go beat his ass.
Yeah,
Like,
why
if
you
somebody even
telling me?
touches you, go beat his ass. But I feel like there's always that one friend in the group where people know that they're about it and they got their back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's us.
And it's definitely me for sure. What about you? What your friend group, bro? You go out with your friends. Are you the one they're like turning to?
I mean, I'm usually the ones that
Or are you the one starting the fight?
I never would start the shit.
No? You're the one in the back just to God if I had to
Like,
do
all
it.
right, I'll watch.
Yeah.
All right, shit's going down. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. Yeah, I was usually the one instigating it, but now that I've gotten older, I'll sit back and like, just like, is this worth it?
Yeah.
But then like, even like this, like, so many people were DMing me. They're like, what the fuck is she going to say on that podcast?
What on this? We did pretty good today.
Yeah, I don't
you know?
think we didn't explain.
We didn't call anyone out. That should have been called out probably,
No.
but you know.
But you know, at the end of the day, like, you and I have talked about this, like the spiritual thing. Like, who are we to sit here and like, yeah, I could drag some people for the shit they've done. Like, was I treated fairly at that gym? Absolutely not. Have my friends heard some stories and seen some things and were lies made about me? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, like, am I going to sit here, 7 months after I left that gym now and try and get vengeance on them? No. One, I don't give a fuck. Two, you have to live your life every single day and it's on a foundation of lies. And ultimately, you're going to die and you're going to meet your maker and he's going to have that final vengeance.
Yeah, karma.
So exactly. Like, I'm good with sitting back and watching their lives just fall apart.
What do you think about forgiveness?
I think it's important. Absolutely. I don't think you need to forget some things. I think if forgiveness gives you peace, absolutely. Because there's people like that I've been involved with even last year. Like there were things you knew about, like I had no business being around those people and I got in trouble being around them, but I've forgiven them. Do I want to be around them ever again? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But do I wish them the best? 100%. I hope they're doing well. I hope their businesses are thriving. Let me love you from a distance. That's that.
What do you got on forgiveness, man?
I'm still learning.
Learning
It's
how to forgive.
hard.
Yeah. This might be crazy to say, but like, I don't believe in forgiveness. You know,
Really?
I don't believe in it. I believe in not fucking me over when you had
Yeah.
the chance. There is no forgiveness because you knew what you were doing when you did it.
Yeah.
So now we're here and now you're going to reap the consequences. What do you guys think?
I mean,
I try to, a year ago, 2 years ago, little me for sure. But I think I've gotten to a point where I've been fucked over by so many people that like, for me, I just need to have grace with them because holding on to that for me doesn't do anything. Just going to make me look like a psychopath, which whatever.
Well, I think that you need to learn how to just let it go. When bad shit happens, you just cut it.
Yeah.
Done. It happened.
Tune it
We're
out.
moving on.
Yeah.
No forgiveness. You're dead to me. Like that's more what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
agree with that 100%.
But there has been people that I've had to reconnect with over years, you know, and it's hard to do. It's really hard to because it's never going to be the same.
No.
You know? It's never going to be the same. But
no, not at all.
I don't believe in forgiveness. Yeah, don't fucking cross me.
yeah, definitely don't cross. You know, that's hard to do. I mean, it's hard for me to forgive my father. You know what I mean? So
Yeah? For what?
not fucking being there.
Yeah, that's
So,
hard.
but that's me. I don't know. It's that's a huge, another fucking 5.
That's another episode.
No, it's another episode.
But anyways, we're getting around that time. We got to get out of here.
Let's do it.
This is another amazing freaking conversation.
We're gonna talk about that one again, Dustin. Don't worry about it. We're gonna continue.
Yeah,
What happened
I
with
want to hear
Dustin?
about that one.
We don't hear a lot from Dustin around here with his personal life, so
Yeah.
But yo, thank you guys very much for tuning into this episode, Brand. We appreciate you having.
Yeah, thanks
you
for inviting me on.
you know.
It's been fun.
It's
Can't wait to get canceled.
fun kind of hearing some of the juicy juice around this town.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot.
there's a lot more.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
This
But-
didn't even touch the iceberg.
Yeah. I
This
bet,
was
I
like,
bet.
this is nothing.
We just have a whole full drama episode.
Yeah.
Episode 2 coming.
Yeah. Part 2 for sure. Again, thank you guys for tuning into this episode. Stay tuned for the next one. It's going to be another banger. Like, follow, hit the subscribe button, comments. You know how we like that
Comments
shit.
work.
Notifications,
Yeah.
guys. We're close to 500.
We're
We need
right
500.
right there for that first level, first tier of what is it,
YouTube.
monetization.
Monetization.
We can add a shop, you know what I mean? So then we can have like our warrior
Merch.
merch and all that stuff. And
Talk shit, get hit.
Oh, damn. That's a good. Hey, shit.
Let's go.
That's a good
New
one.
shirt.
I'm the
Let's
new
get it.
marketing director
Yeah.
over here.
See, this is why you don't drink. Okay.
Yeah. Someone's got to be.
So some people get hit.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah, we'll see y'all
Let's
on the
go.
next one.